This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
It's about comic books and movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again. Please, God, no. Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts. He wrote all right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 290. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
Jim.
And number one fan, Doug, is here today.
Hi, A-Pan.
Thank you.
What's up going on, 7?
I thought I got promoted. I thought earlier you guys said I was promoted.
To 7.
I thought it was to 6 or something.
No, you're promoted. You still keep the same title.
Oh, okay.
You're 6th in charge, but you're 7.
Okay.
But number one in our hearts.
Yeah.
My heart, Doug. My heart.
Okay, Doug, I
Yes.
know I can barely see you because there's
Yeah.
this big lamp in the way here.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think I've ever seen you shaven.
Oh, he shaved everywhere.
It's been a while. Yes.
Does your wife like the shaved look?
Sam Stash.
Yes.
Really?
I'm not keeping it, but
Okay. My wife won't let me shave.
yeah. I was already shamed by somebody else in the family, so
Oh.
yeah, my sister-in-law was laughing and like, no, you got to grow it back.
Well, your wife doesn't let you shave, Jason, because she's trying to hide your face.
True.
Let's get the explicit right out. Fuck you. Just going to get that right out. We're an explicit podcast.
Is
Sorry,
somebody,
Children's
is somebody
Theater.
talking to me? I hear this.
I don't know, but
Charlie Brown's teacher is scolding you.
I do like how your shirt matches the orange chair that you're sitting in.
Yeah, I didn't even see you when I came into the studio.
Is
I
that-
thought, Blake's not
right.
here. I thought I saw his car.
Time out.
right.
Is that Baker Maker touchdown?
Baker, touchdown maker.
Oh, is that what you guys are going to sing this year in Cleveland?
Apparently so. When I was up there over the 4th of July holidays, my mom got it for me. So I said, okay, so I got to wear it. I'm obligated.
Oh, happy 4th of July. Here's a present.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Hey, why not?
Yeah.
So as a longtime Browns fan, would you be surprised if they end up 7-9?
No.
Okay.
I think they're overhyped right now, and they got a tough schedule.
Would
and
you
if
be
things
surprised
could
if they finished 13-3?
Yes, I would be, because
What about
that would
3
be
and
against
13?
all this. Well, no, I would not.
I would be surprised at 3-13.
Would it be awesome if Baker Mayfield's leg hits his ear this year like Alex Smith did last year?
It
What
could
would you
be.
do?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm prepared for the worst.
If that happens, you can't sign Mark Sanchez because he retired today.
No,
You
we
can
could bring
still
him out.
sign retired people.
Yeah, you can
That's
bring him
true.
out of retirement.
Would you want to bring Mark
No,
Sanchez out of
but you
retirement?
could.
You could.
You know, we almost drafted him.
Yeah, bring Sanchez out right before I got Kaepernick.
Yeah,
Hey, down the hall. Down the hall.
you know,
I know Washington did it last year.
Hey, Kaepernick, you're supposed to stand for the anthem. What? Oh, shit. Yeah, this is a protest. Yep, that's it. Yep, it's a protest. Sure
what are
it
you protesting?
I forgot to stand.
I'm protesting what's on my socks. Please suck.
Down the hall.
You know, no, the Browns season can go south really quick, and with the explosive personalities they have on that team, they could really implode.
It's going to be fun.
Could be.
The good news is the Cincinnati Bengals have no national buzz, so this is their year to go 500.
Well, at least we can get 2 wins this year
What I saw,
Yeah, the Steelers twice.
against the Bengals.
I saw one thing pick them at like 4-12 or 3-13, and another thing they were like 6-10 last year, and they had them as +2 wins, so finishing 8-8.
Unfortunately, they have no offensive lineman. Jeff got signed to be their offensive
No,
lineman.
they drafted one.
No, he's not
High
playing.
round pick. High pick.
No, he was signed to be the offensive lineman's sled.
In training camp?
Yes.
I like it.
They re-upped Bobby Hart.
Yay.
So, Doug, how are you doing?
Not bad.
Okay. You just got back from vacation?
Yes, Niagara Falls.
Oh, so you went to Canada?
Yes, I went to Canada.
Canada.
I did not see Graphic Novice.
Did you see Scott from the Pop Culture Cafe?
Possibly.
Okay.
There was an older guy there in a cowboy hat, and I think not quite shirtless, but it was one of those cut-off sleeves where it was cut off all the way down the side,
Okay.
and he had like on short Daisy Dukes. Could
What-
that have been him?
It could have been. Scott's doing the Keto Kalin diet or
Okay.
whatever it's called. So
It's where you live off of somebody in their back shed on their property,
somehow you lose weight.
and you get all the secondhand.
So anyway, so he's down about 35 pounds. So congratulations to him. So if you want to know more about the Keto Kalin diet, just listen to his podcast. It's a good one. So that may have been him
but-
showing off.
Everybody I talked to wanted me to tell you guys thank you for getting rid of Besotted Geek. They said he was an embarrassment to all Canadians.
I've heard that.
I tried
I've
to
heard
stick
that.
up for him, but they had none of it. They said that was a dark spot in their history.
Was it frozen up there?
No,
The fall's frozen over?
no, they were not.
Was it snowy?
No,
Did you go
They're
skiing?
in the middle of the heat wave we are
It's in
in.
Canada.
Did you eat Tim Hortons?
yes,
Did you have donuts?
You cannibal.
Did you have Canadian bacon?
yes,
Was it round?
Did they call
I
it
don't-
Canadian bacon?
yes, they did.
What?
I think they did. I saw some with Canadian bacon. I don't know.
Did
They also had something called pea-meal bacon.
Did you get that stuff, the nasty stuff like
Poutine?
poutang or what
Poutine?
is it?
Poutine?
That's
Nasty?
delicious.
Poutine
Yes,
is
yes.
disgusting.
What?
And all it is shit in a cup.
Okay, there's no shit in it.
It's French fries, gravy, cheese curds,
gravy.
like brisket, and a fried egg.
He's still stuck on the Google this episode.
The gravy. Oh no, I'm out. Sorry, I'm out.
I didn't realize Jason hated gravy.
I like gravy.
Apparently,
enough.
you don't like gravy.
Well, have you ever had my mom's gravy?
No, I haven't.
That's the reason.
okay. I don't think they put your mom's gravy
Yeah,
on poutine.
I've
Wait,
had-
that sounds sexual.
I've had my mom's gravy, and poutine's still delicious.
How is your mom's gravy?
It sucks.
Does it have skin?
Sometimes. You mean like forms a layer at the top, or like there are pieces of skin floating in it?
Either one.
Both.
Doug, back me up on that. Mom's gravy is not the best.
Are we going to get a mom cook-off here?
I've just found out certain relatives of ours listen, so I'm not going to badmouth my mother.
Okay. I'm not bad mouthing our mother. I'm just.
No, you're just badmouthing her
cooking.
cooking.
Oh, okay. Like you love the cooking.
Mom always liked him
I love
best.
your mom. She's still paying me today to hang out with Jason.
I love my mom. She's a sweetheart. Her cooking is not always is good sometimes. But Doug, what's Thanksgiving meal? We're gonna make the turkey 2 days in advance, and then just heat it up.
and leave it warm in the oven.
Yes.
Yeah.
So not pressed turkey?
No.
No.
Side note: their house
That's what
blew
we
up
had.
because they kept the oven on for 2 straight days. So it was a bad day.
He's lying. It never blew up.
No, just caught fire.
and burnt down.
Yes, which is much easier.
And so they rebuilt it, and that fell over into the swamp.
Anything else going on? So you're back from vacation.
Yes.
Anything? I heard you know somebody named Fish, who's our Disney correspondent.
Uh-huh.
How's he liking Disney?
He's loving it.
Okay,
Loving
good,
it.
good. Is he ever coming back?
Probably not.
Okay,
Even for a visit?
well, maybe for a visit.
Possibly.
Maybe not.
Is he allowed to leave the premises?
He's got an ankle bracelet that he's not allowed to.
Yeah, you think those Disney employees aren't allowed to leave the park?
Compound.
That's right, leave the compound.
And
You
just
think those little wrist bracelets there are for buying things easily? No, they're not.
swarm. We got one. We got a bogey.
Fish did message me. He said he will come back when Jason buys a spear for softball.
Anyways, moving on.
So he'll never come back.
So why
He's gone.
do they put the employees on an island that's surrounded by alligators?
Tom Sawyer.
Alligator infested waters.
What is going on with Tom Sawyer? Can we get that island back up and running?
Can you start the?
Sawyer Island
Can you
is
put the
running.
air guns back up?
What's the one that is?
Discovery Island.
Yeah, can we get that back up? I ask you that every time.
The half-life hasn't expired yet, so no.
Allegedly.
They took down all the air rifles, didn't they?
Yes, I think the shooting gallery's still there, but they don't sell guns.
That's disappointing.
They shoot air is all it shoots
Yeah.
too.
Actually, I think it's just laser light, I believe.
What?
Used to be real BBs
What?
when it first opened.
Disney's gone soft.
Yes.
It's because they didn't have lasers back then, or at least easily cheap creative lasers. They were all in scientific laboratories cutting diamonds.
Have you watched Congo recently?
and on the heads of sharks.
Oh, sharks! Well, they couldn't get the sharks with freaking lasers.
Are they ill-tempered?
Oh, they got ill-tempered sea bass.
Ill-tempered sea bass.
So he's loving it.
Yes.
So how much
He has to say that.
you get a monthly payment from him, right? Or from Disney because you sold him, right?
Yes, but that just goes back to
Disney.
paying off what I've owed for my 14 different trips there. So
Oh, okay.
It's
6
kind of a
mortgages.
wash.
His 6 mortgages.
Is that why you had to go to Canada for this vacation?
Yes. It's
So you
amazing
can
how cheap it was.
Take advantage of the Canadian dollar.
Yes.
Wasn't there like a Disney Toronto or something?
That's
go-
called the Sky Dome.
Did you go there?
They have an arcade.
That's Rogers Center.
Whatever.
The Indie Disney meet is coming up. So if you're
What is
interested
that?
in going, unfortunately, it's September 21st.
Wow.
I know.
You know what? So we're not going
I am going to miss it.
Blake will be there.
Yes. Yes.
Well, yeah, because the day before, he'll be at Area 51 guarding against the idiots that are storming it.
Just mowing down people.
That's right.
Did you see that on the Area 51 Facebook page as a joke? Somebody wrote what their battle plan was, and they had horses involved. Taylor Swift and her army is coming in another section.
Did they have lightsabers involved?
They did not say lightsabers.
Oh, that's
thought-
going to be a key mistake in the battle plan.
I thought that it was funny that they had the soldiers mounted on horses coming in.
I don't know. Can they
It would
really
be better if there were horses mounted on soldiers.
Can they battle against that Naruto style running?
I don't know.
That apparently are teaching them how to.
Did you see the one thing about the dyslexic guy attacking Area 15?
I don't understand why he would go to some place dangerous like Area 51 because everybody knows the alien spacecraft is in Hangar 13 here at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
Wouldn't it be awesome?
Is that an official statement from you?
Did I just say that?
Well, Blake won't be on
I
the show
thought it was
next week.
Hangar 18, according to Megadeth.
Oh, shit.
My favorite is I saw people
That's disinformation.
people on like Facebook and social media checking on flights to Roswell, New Mexico, to storm Area 51.
How much is it? Did they jack the rights up?
Have fun in Roswell. Have fun in New Mexico. Everyone else will be in Nevada.
So my question is, I think this is what they should do. The military, and not that we have any inside knowledge, Blake, but I think the military should all, for the next month, get rid of everything at Area 51, and when they go to storm it, just have the gates open and nothing in there. Just let them go. Military's gone. Everything's gone.
Except the Predator.
And they cut off the lights.
Except the Predator and the alien. That's right.
Hey, we stormed it.
Yeah, because they're storming at what, 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
I mean, they're storming in the middle of the night.
3
so-
a.m. Get it right. Get it right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was on Central Time.
Yes, that's right. Well, it's because we're going live stream. We're going to go live when they do that.
Yeah. That's
Blake,
Will you be doing that? Will you be doing that at the expo going live?
We may be actually going live.
Really?
We're actually going to have some new things this year that we're trying out.
He said things.
Yeah. We're going to also have one thing that we're going to do is have before and after during the day. We'll have like short 15-minute podcasts to wrap up the day, so people can see us, and it will be going out the same day, so that would be good. We're going to try to do some live things on YouTube too. So there you go. Because when I think Hobie,
With video?
yes,
Oh, okay.
when I think Hobie, I think that's a face for YouTube. That is what I think.
Can I
Well-
wear masks?
You're not going to be there, so shut the fuck up.
How do
I
you
have
know?
heard
I may be
they,
cosplaying.
They did a poll of what kids today want to be when they grow up. Number one on the poll, a YouTuber.
Ugh.
Yep, that is dead damn truth.
Be podcasting. Get the money rolling in.
YouTuber, teacher, then professional athlete.
A YouTube teacher?
No,
Oh.
teacher was number 2.
Oh, okay.
Astronaut.
No, professional athlete, musician, then astronaut. Those are the top 5.
So things that don't pay. I'll take things that don't pay for $500.
I think
Alex.
astronauts pay.
Astronaut pays.
Yeah, it's a tough.
There's about 12 of them.
And top musicians pay.
and there's
yeah,
a lot.
top musician and top athletes pay.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Musician or music performer?
They said musician.
I don't think people understand what that is these days.
Beyonce's one, right?
No.
No.
Oh, the
No.
single ladies. Oh, the single ladies.
Put a ring on it.
Put a ring,
Put a ring on it.
Oh my God! Are
Put
you,
a ring on
are you
it.
going through heat? What the hell's going on over there?
Put a ring on it.
God. Anyways,
Girls,
That-
you
that-
run the world. Girls.
Girls.
18 people wrote that
Girls.
song.
42 producers.
but not Beyonce.
Correct.
Moving on. Speaking of music, I finally saw Bohemian Rhapsody, the
Yay.
movie.
You're only like 6-8
I
months
know.
behind.
I know.
Eventually, I'll get there too.
It was. You haven't seen it?
No.
We rented it from the library because the kids wanted to go there. So
You
to
rented
get
it
some
from the
books.
lottery?
from the library.
From the
From the library? The
From
library?
the library.
The
It was
library?
librarian.
That's his brain impediment speaking right there.
It was either that or the Phantom with Billy Zane because they were right next to each other, which I don't understand how, but they were.
they
Jeff
wanted
and I
to
picked up
slam
the
evil.
Phantom today. We drove by.
Oh,
We drove
did
by
you?
the library and brought it so we can watch it after the...
I've seen it. It's not good.
Did he slam evil?
He did slam evil.
Okay.
There was pirates in it. Not the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Tis true.
But Bohemian Rhapsody, the first half was eh. It was okay. It was decent. The second half was really well done, and I could just watch the whole thing of Live Aid that they did the whole time.
Or you can just watch the footage of Live Aid.
Correct. But I enjoyed it. I don't think it was anything revolutionary.
No, nothing revolutionary.
No, I think the more I thought about it the next day, I really liked it more. But, you know, I think Rami Malek did a good job as Freddie Mercury.
I like all the people that were ripping on Rami Malek for not actually singing. I'm like, he's an actor.
Yeah.
All he's got to do is mouth the words. He doesn't have to perform.
You can't sing like Freddie Mercury.
No.
I did think it was funny that I got a lot of hate because Bryan Singer was the original director, and he has a lot of, you know, underage stuff going on, so he's never going to work again. Well, until 5 years from now. But anyways,
When everybody who was underage is now of age,
yes,
then
yes,
he
that's
can work
right.
again. That's how it goes.
And they're like, you shouldn't reward that movie because of that. It's like they fired him. It's like, shut the fuck up. Leave it. You know, it's not like he has his handprint all over it. It's basically the new director came in and did it. And it's like you can't go against Rami Malek and what they did just because they originally had a creepy guy doing it.
So wait.
Wait. The Academy gave Roman Polanski a Best Director award.
Yes.
Years after he fled the country after being convicted of statutory rape.
Yes.
So
Yeah, but he was just convicted. See, so that doesn't.
he just got convicted and then skipped out on the sentencing.
Now, if it was just allegedly, then they would have banned him.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Down the hall. Hey guys, I'm back. Who's ready for K-Pax 2?
Oh, I am.
Oh,
Wait, who was that?
I'm Kevin Spacey.
Oh, now I know who that
really
is.
good.
Yeah.
So here's a question:
I knew it right away when he said I'm Kevin
What's your favorite
Spacey.
Queen song?
7 Seas of Rye.
Under Pressure.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I have no idea.
I like
Fat Bottom Girls, Doug?
I like Radio Gaga.
Radio Gaga's
Lady
great.
Gaga's a great song. Hammer to Fall.
Yeah.
They play any Highlander songs from the Highlander
No.
soundtrack?
No, because the movie went through 85 and Highlander came out in 86.
Damn it!
There can only be one.
Yeah, one of the best things they ever did.
Exactly.
The movie ended before that even came out.
Who listeners?
Bullshit.
Let us know at Bad Ideas
Maybe
Podcast
Flash
on Twitter.
Gordon.
Did they play Flash Gordon?
No.
Good.
This is a crappy movie.
That was a shitty.
Flash Gordon rules. I'm going to have to put it on my top 5 list for this.
For the 80s?
Yes,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
1980.
Hobie listeners, let us know at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter what your favorite Queen song is. Just see. Doug, what's yours?
I don't know.
Come up with one. Just throw one out there.
We will rock you.
There you go.
You're more of a Kiss fan, there, aren't you?
No,
What's wrong
Did you have the
with
Kiss tapes growing up?
a couple.
Okay.
Didn't everybody?
Yeah.
Didn't
this
you
was
root for the Dallas
band of
Cowboys?
70s.
Hey. I had a Debbie Gibson tape, too. Out of the blue.
Did you have Ace of Base?
I did have Ace of Base. I still do. I may not anymore. I saw the sign.
Roxette. Did you have Roxette?
No.
She's got to look.
We did get in the car tonight, and it got to the point now that my kids know that I have bad taste in music, and a song came on as a one-hit wonder, and somebody's like, "I bet you Daddy had this growing up." This
And
song.
he did.
And he did.
And I did.
Do you remember
He
what
said,
that
hold
was?
on, kids.
I don't
I'll
remember.
let me put the CD in. You can listen to the whole song.
Speaking of songs,
The single CD, because he didn't actually buy the whole thing.
No, I
Yeah,
did.
that's right.
That's a bad thing.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
We can listen to these 13 bad songs for this one kind of okay song.
One
CD
shitty one-hit
singles.
wonders.
Wow, I forgot all about
He
those.
is so angry that they started putting out. Now that's music. Like
Now that's what I call music,
Now they're called
yeah.
music. After he bought all those.
I could have gotten all of the songs I had on one disc.
No, I was like BFG monthly CD thing.
Big Friendly Giant?
What's that one that you ordered a CD?
BMG or Columbia House?
Yeah,
BMG.
BMG Columbia House.
That you had to, oh, you get 10 CDs free, but you have to buy 7 of them for $25 each.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it works.
It didn't work out too well for me. I did buy an LA Gun CD.
Well,
Okay.
we're sorry.
They're coming to the Bob Studios area.
Oh, I thought they were coming to the studio. I'm like, sweet. Tracy Guns in person?
Do you want me to? Because they're coming next month. I could get them.
Are they playing at the place around the
Yeah.
corner?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They've fallen.
Well, they were really never that big.
How high up were they?
The only thing that they have to say is Tracy Guns was once in a band with Axl Rose.
Yeah, that was about it.
He formed Guns N' Roses, but left before they even were good.
And then, Doug, have you watched this? Holy moly. on
Yes, I
TV?
have. Yes, I have.
It's a miniature golf, extreme miniature golf, set up by Stephen Curry.
Oh.
It is a hilarious show.
I'm not a huge Rob Riggle fan.
He is
He is
hilarious.
fantastic in that.
Okay, he's hit and miss.
Yeah,
He
he's
is-
really good in
And who's
that.
the other guy? Mark Testosterone?
Joe Tessitore.
Yeah, that's it. Joe Tessitore.
He's a Monday night.
I didn't even know he was
football
Monday Night
host.
Football. My kids, all 3 of them, cannot get enough of it. And
Now they want to go play it, don't they?
They play putt-putt. They
want to play extreme putt.
I want to
though.
play extreme putt-putt. But it's pretty funny.
I would almost pay to see Jeff play that.
Have you seen it, Jim?
Yes.
It is funny, right? It's enjoyable. It's nothing you have to think about.
I think it's fun enough watching Jeff play regular putt putt.
I want to see him do extreme
Just
putt-putt.
because I hit the ball out of bounds half the time.
I
You didn't know you could do that in putt putt that frequently, but you can.
but yet you can't even get it on the fairway in regular golf, but on putt-putt you could.
No, I missed a fairway on putt putt.
He's in the rocks a lot.
Aw.
You've seen me putt putt.
Yeah, I have. You're horrible at it. My wife describes me the best at putt-putt. I'm really good the first 7 holes, and then I get bored. And then I lose. Then I'm out. So
I'm just still trying to find out why watching people play extreme miniature golf is entertaining for more than 15 minutes.
it's like Wipeout mixed with putt-putt, and it is the Wipeout show. It is funny.
No offense, Blake. This is coming from a guy who's been looking for something on Oak Island for 5 years.
and it's riveting.
Oh, they found rivets.
I didn't know. I know. It makes it even better.
Yeah, so fuck you.
They found 13th century rivets.
Yeah.
But they said made in China, 1988. Ah, it's fine.
18th century buttons. Don't forget those.
that say Levi. I'll get it.
That's right.
Anything else, guys you want to talk about?
I want to talk about, you guys talked last week about the 007 James Bond.
So you guys got anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Last Jedi? Anyone want to talk Last Jedi?
No, I'm saying no.
To 007?
That's right.
Why?
I don't think I can do it.
Why do you care?
I don't care. This is what I'm saying. I don't think I can do it.
It's not for Black.
No.
People are like getting upset. I'm like,
I'm not upset. I'm just saying 007 is James Bond to me. They removed James Bond
about
from the
Jane
007. I'm not going to go do it.
how about Jane Bond?
How about 008?
I don't. Well,
No, 008 was killed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was in the Living
GoldenEye.
Daylights, wasn't it? Oh, it was
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
Yeah.
It was Sean Bean in GoldenEye.
That's right, it was.
No, I can't do it. I mean, if you wanted to make a female super spy, I mean, they've tried it in several different other movie formats.
Salt.
Well, they tried doing it with Halle Berry,
Yeah.
and then that never went off the.
Jinx?
Yeah,
Have
Jinx
a
was
Jinx spinoff?
That's what they were trying to do.
Well, then they realized that the movie they were spinning off was so bad.
Invisible Cars.
Yeah, they had invisible cars. Yeah,
they did.
you're right.
But do you think it'll work, or do you think it'll be, or the franchise
I think
will
it'll
die?
be fine.
Invisible jets are much better than invisible cars.
Yeah, but you could still see Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I'm
sitting in the
guessing.
air.
I'm guessing by the end of the movie, James Bond will be 007 again.
Nah.
But you know what? Is the Bond franchise going to die? I don't know. Does anyone get excited about them coming out?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I
still
like
do.
them. I like them, but you
Yeah.
don't like have a big.
They're not as good as Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise or
Ugh.
anything.
That's because Daniel Craig can't run as well as
I know.
James
they're
Bond.
pumping those arms.
That's right.
He does look pretty good with his shirt off, though.
So
Cruise
I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm not saying I don't
just
like
don't
it.
care.
I'm not saying I'm nerd raging or anything like that. I was like, well, I guess that's it for me in 007 James Bond film series.
I think her press release had more personality than Daniel Craig does, though.
Wow.
Sure.
He is.
Dissing Daniel Craig.
I like him as Bond, but he does not have much personality.
Apparently, you don't like him as Bond.
I do actually. I just don't. I don't know. Like I said last week, I just don't get that excited about Bond.
Well, if you're done with Bond, you can come over to the Disney part and take part in our Black Little Mermaid.
Oh, no.
I
So
said
unrealistic.
I said I'm all for that as long as she's wearing a bikini top.
Or not wearing a bikini top?
Ooh, even better.
Wait, is she over 18?
She's 16.
In real life or in fantasy?
Hey,
well, if it's a mermaid. Yeah, what is the age of
consent?
for mermaids?
hey, Harvey, there's a plant in the
Are
corner. Why
these
don't you go have fun
16?
over
Are
there?
these 16 human years or are these 16 mermaid years? Because there's going to be a difference.
There's 16 mermaid years, so she's 107 in human years.
And I think the top half is going to be fish and her bottom half is going to be human.
No, didn't you guys say half and half?
Yeah, left half and right half.
Left half is fish, right half is human.
It's going to be the face of a flounder.
Oh, poor flounder. It's gonna be yellow.
Are we allowed to talk Stranger Things 3 yet?
That's what I was.
Go ahead.
I think we're good. I think Jeff and I watched it.
I'm not.
Jason hasn't.
I'm almost done with season 2.
Yeah, so we can talk it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You're not gonna miss anything on me.
Spoilers, we're saying now because I might not be able to help myself. So, Stranger Things spoilers for 6 minutes and 18 seconds.
Go. Blake?
I liked it.
All right, there we go. That's our
Doug,
Stranger Thing talk.
How's Disney done? Let's talk Disney.
I did like Billy as a bad guy.
You know, I actually kind of like that pretty good. I also do like the fact that they did the old Phoebe Cates switcheroo scene with him, you know, being the sex object
Yeah.
in the pool.
That was funny.
And they even played the same music, I believe.
Yes.
You know,
Life's the same.
yeah, exactly. It's pretty good. Overall, I would give it a better score than season 2, but
I
still
agree.
not as good as season 1.
I think I'm in agreement with that.
You did have to do an awful lot of displacing of reality, but it is an 80s-based show where there are evil Soviet communists, but the fact that there'd be like 1,000 of them a mile below a mall in middle of America makes it just a little crazy. But then I went, oh, wait a minute, this is supposed to be kind of like an 80s thing, evil Soviets. Yeah, if you're evil Soviets underneath a mall in the middle of America, you're going to be wearing your dress uniforms walking around.
Of course.
Of course.
Well,
so we all know that you're evil Soviet communist bastards.
They're under the mall, though. Or it's late at night.
Or late at night, and you got these guard guys that are speaking Russians with machine guns outside.
Did the summer setting take away from it, or
No.
No, it was good. It was great.
Okay.
I loved it. It went, if you're nostalgic for the mall,
Yeah.
you know, they had a lot of mall stores and food stores you
Yeah.
haven't seen for a long time that went out of business.
I will say there were a couple of things watching, and I'm like, wait a minute. If this is supposed to be early July in, Indiana, 8 o'clock at night would not be this dark.
Yeah, it would be pretty
He's driving in pitch black night, and I'm like, it'd be at twilight at the worst.
And they'd be sweating a lot more than they were.
Well, depending on how.
And they're at the far side of the Eastern time zone.
Yeah. Now, I will say in the 80s, Indiana was not on daylight savings. So they would get darker earlier than we would have.
So that
But-
bothered you more than Soviets in their uniforms
Yes.
underneath the
And what also bothered me was the fact that the one scene where Dustin is in the projection booth of the movie theater, and there's no projectionist there, but they're not using a platter system, which a brand new movie theater in 1985 would be showing their movies on a platter system, not on reels.
Nerd.
nerd.
Did you work at a movie theater or something?
I did.
Oh, okay.
No, I also enjoyed the fact that at first I was a little disappointed that everybody's storylines were independent, but I do like how they eventually all
came
back
together.
congruency back together at the end. And the other thing I learned is if you're Winona Ryder's love interest,
Don't be
Winona Ryder's love interest in this series.
I can't believe she tried to date Barb in the first season.
So just check it out. Whoever she's dating in the Stranger Things 4 and 5, they're dead. They have to do it.
I think the best scene was them singing the never-ending story theme song.
Yeah, that's pretty.
At the key point where they need stuff to happen, let's take a break and sing the never-ending story.
Yes. In order to get the answer from the imaginary girlfriend who turned out to be real.
Yes.
Spoiler!
Oh, well, this is a spoiler.
And
Oh, yeah, that's right.
How does everybody not know Planck's constant?
I don't know Planck's constant.
3.14
Yeah, that's fine.
round up.
yeah, that's pi. But anytime there's a good Lamal reference, you can't have a problem.
No, it was pretty. It was pretty good. I also like it how they set it up. I guess you can for next season 4 and 5, and there are a lot of things I could identify easily with in the Stranger Things 3, like. Poor Will the Wise. Let's play D&D, guys. Come on.
No, we'd rather Mac with our girlfriend.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, yeah, that was me in junior high school.
I want to go back to the Russians under the mall. The reason why they were there is because LaFours was not the mall security.
Oh. If LaFours was there, it would have...
He would have stopped all the Russians.
Yeah, and I did like Hopper, having to get the Magnum PI shirt
Yeah.
and run the entire show in the PI shirt. That was pretty neat.
I didn't realize until the last episode that the mayor was Carrie Elwes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like, no.
he's not aging well, is he?
No.
He
It
looked-
did not
he-
look like the Man in Black to me.
He looked
No.
he looked worse than he looked better when he was Despero in
Tale for Despero?
Psych. Pierre Despero.
Yeah, but it was kind of funny. I was sitting there for a long time going, wow, Matthew Modine does really look a lot like Carrie Elwes age.
Was he a good cop?
They did. There was a picture, like the first or second episode. There was a Matthew Modine sighting because
Yeah,
they did a think back. They did a
Oh, yeah, the flashback.
flashback.
So
A previously on section.
So it was pretty good. Now let's talk about the new
You got 30 seconds.
the new cast member that's brought into it. There's this Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's daughter.
It's Uma Thurman's daughter, too?
Was it Uma Thurman's daughter?
I saw that it was Ethan Hawke's daughter, but I didn't see
Ethan-
anything that said Uma Thurman. So
I think it is.
I
What's
thought
her
maybe
name?
he had a kid with somebody else.
Is that Robin?
Yeah,
No,
the character of Robin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's Uma Thurman's daughter. Look it up, Jason, while you're bitching at us. Make
too
yourself
busy.
useful.
Too busy. Too busy.
Yeah, good. No, but it is. I did like how they did the allusion to the romantic interest, and they put that little spin on there at the end. So I thought that was kind of entertaining. But I was still maybe they can still hook up later in 4 or 5. Who knows? But it was pretty cool. Ethan Hawke and Uma. It's got to be.
Uma
Thurman's
Oprah.
daughter, Maya Hawke.
Yeah.
Oh.
See.
Well, I'm very disappointed at
Thank
the article I read that mentioned it was Ethan Hawke's daughter and said nothing about being Uma. I mean, of that relationship, Uma's the one you talk about. I mean, if you're going to say, oh, someone's daughter is popular now, you would say Uma Thurman's daughter is popular, not Ethan Hawke.
Well, her name
Ethan Hawke was lucky to be popular himself.
her name is Maya Ray Thurman Hawke.
Okay. Just credited as Maya Hawke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really odd because he's not the father.
That we know of. So I thought maybe he had like some daughter before hooking up with Uma. Apparently I'm wrong.
Now I remember back in the day. Maybe you can put that in your '80s nostalgia.
I should.
Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman hooking up.
Was that the 80s? I thought that would be
It's
more
90s.
of the 90s.
I have no idea.
Yeah, that was more of reality
Hey,
bites.
I can't get
time
mermaid
period.
ages right. Don't expect me to get Mrs. Hawk's lady's age's name right. Okay. So there you go.
Funny you should mention that because she was Sofia Coppola's choice to play the title role of the Little Mermaid in Universal's version of it.
Ooh. How long ago?
There you go.
Doesn't say.
Yeah, for a minute, I thought you were going to say she was Sofia Coppola's choice to be in a Lost in Translation, and now that would have made a really awkward movie.
Yeah, especially 10 years ago.
Yes, and she was born.
8.
She was born in '98.
That Bill Murray would have been a real bad creeper. His character in the movie, not him personally. ScarJo.
Yeah.
Are we good?
Oh, well, you know,
We've been good.
you do have female 007, isn't that Black Widow? There you go.
The new Black Widow.
I'd watch Black Widow. I would go see the Black Widow movies before I
good,
would go
because
see
they're coming out.
a new 007 with a female in the role.
You're one of them.
I am.
Well, the thing is, she's not the star of the movie. James Bond is still the star.
Yeah, but, you know,
She-
he still has to come back and help her out. Woo.
I'm thinking they'll be hunting him down.
He's
Is
done.
probably what it is.
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
He's
but
going to be disavowed,
they
and
gotta
she's
do-
going to be hunting him.
They got to do something stupid, spectacular, because it's the 25th movie, right?
It is the 25th.
So they got to do
movie.
something crazy, and there's always been speculation of who they're going to replace Daniel Craig with. And so if you're going to go completely off the wall and off the charts for the most press, you know, why not, you know, join the woke wagon and go, you know, complete opposite of what you can.
I'll put it this way. I was very stunned by the casting because I didn't realize she was British.
I thought she was American too.
I
by
know,
the way.
they
I didn't know
fooled
she
me.
was
Yeah.
British.
She did a good American accent in
And
Captain
Captain
Marvel.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm like, I thought you got to at least cast a British person.
Yeah.
What? She's British?
I had an interesting,
Michael Caine.
I had an interesting thought. You said they're going to disavow him, so he's going to team up with Ethan Hunt.
Oh no, that's Ethan Hawke again.
Oh, Ethan Hunt. Oh. And then no one's going to go see it.
Oh,
So, but you know, I don't know. Maybe it'll be a good movie. Maybe the female 007 takes off in movie 26. Great. I probably won't be as energized to go see it though, as I would have been like the old patriarchal,
And it's always about
sexist
you, Blake.
assholes.
well, that's the thing is he really going to be able to sleep with 6 or 7 women in a movie now?
No.
And when if the new 007 is a woman, is she going to sleep with 6 or 7 women in the
Yes.
movie? I mean, yeah, then you'd go watch it, wouldn't you?
No,
You'd watch it without your wife knowing you went to watch it.
I'd watch it on HBO.
What if they scissor?
Daniel Craig?
Someone's not even listening.
Kind of down for that.
All right.
Maybe
What
we-
about Legion, Jason? Have you been watching Legion?
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's so trippy. I have no idea what's going on.
It is pretty
I
cool,
forgot it
isn't
came
it?
back.
Yeah.
Have you just seen
Profe-
the recent episodes
I
of the
haven't seen
Time
any of it.
Monsters? Oh, really?
Just give a general review.
Because that was really psychedelic, and they're blue meanies, essentially.
Oh, that's
The
not going
wrestler?
to mean anything to Jason.
The
Yeah.
New World Order.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm talking whatever stuff. Yeah, that's right. I might as well talk to a wall.
Baker, touchdown maker.
That's right. So yeah, Legion. I thought the last episode was pretty cool with the blue meanies. Being the time monsters in the stop still photography and moving through. It was actually pretty cool. Not to mention, the series has done a really good artsy job as far as cinematography and color
You say
in integrating
Archie job?
artsy
Oh,
There's
job.
abs?
and bringing in kind of like a lot of 60s nostalgia and he's kind of Manson-ish, a little bit, and the music that they integrate, with each episode, that they pick a real good popular song and then put it in there. It's pretty cool.
so now you're saying I got to go watch season 2 and then watch season 3.
Is there a time jump, or is there anything that you don't know when things are going on?
Jesus Christ, time jump! You obviously haven't been watching any of this.
No,
Season.
he hasn't watched any of it.
There's a lot of time jumping, Jason.
Okay, because
I mean, a
Westworld,
lot of time.
Westworld
jumping.
is saying that they're not going to do that as much this season. They're trying to show the outside world.
I may not even watch Westworld season 3. Season 2 was such a disappointer as compared to season 1.
You're used to disappointment. You're a Browns fan.
Yeah, it's true.
It shouldn't really. You're all about disappointment, man.
We'll see.
Bond.
All right, let me see if I
Westworld.
can get you into something. Star Wars Resistance. I played that for the first time this weekend.
What's
Have
that?
you ever seen that big game?
Battlefront?
Think of it as a more advanced, difficult Axis and Allies for Star Wars.
I have not.
It was actually I just played it once. We didn't really read the rules. It was kind of explained to me what to do, and we just dug in and started playing.
Is it a tabletop game?
Yeah, it's a tabletop game with a big map. The object is for you as the rebels to last 16 turns, where the Empire tries to find your rebel base.
They actually played that at the local tabletop store 2 weeks ago.
It is. There's a basic version, which is kind of what we played. Then there's a more advanced version. I'm like, the basic version kind of blew me away with the rules, and I'm like, man, I got to learn the strategies and the cards. Lots of strategies, lots of things to do. But we only got it to round 6, where my buddy George made a mistake and moved all his troops out of Coruscant because he's trying to find the rebel base and into the new galaxies and to subdue them and whatever. And I played this card that said, surprise fleet, where you can move all your troops from the rebel base to anywhere on the map as if they were adjacent to your hidden rebel base.
Mm-hmm.
And I took over Coruscant, and I won.
You were the bad guys?
No, I was
was
the
a rebel.
I was the
rebel.
resistance. I was the rebels.
Sorry.
But yeah, it's pretty
Depends on
cool.
your point of view.
Yes,
You got Mon Mothma to start as you got your little character tokens.
Is
and
Jar
you get
Jar?
more character tokens. No Jar Jar. Well, hold on. I didn't see the Empire side there. Maybe Jar Jar was on that side.
Oh, yeah.
But you get
If
the
he's
little.
not, I'm going
yeah.
to make him.
But you get the little cards. You get like the 4 generals. You got like Mon Mothma and
Akbar.
Princess Leia. There's Akbar, and they all have skills and traits and things that you can play them with cards and basically by round 6, I was looking at super Star Destroyers. The Death Star wasn't operational yet, but you got your little ragtag band of armies, and you got your hidden armies that are being built on the planet. Your hidden base. And I was like, you can't win fighting head on. You have to do a lot of deceit and deception and strategy and moving around as the resistance.
Have you ever seen a Star Wars film?
Yes.
Okay, I was just checking.
So think of it in Axis and Allies terms. Think of it like an entire full
God.
Germany with against 8 Russian infantry.
Unlike Axis and Allies, this actually sounds fun.
I will say it's interesting. It's difficult. Is the only thing I can say. But I got to figure out how the strategies do better strategies. Because it was my buddy George's, only like second or third time playing too. So he made a mistake. We both made mistakes, but it's kind of interesting.
So did she float in space? Was that one of the cards?
No.
No.
Did you give up half your army trying
is-
to blow
this
up
is- before
spaceship right
this
at
is
the beginning.
like at A New Hope. We're not doing this
Okay.
flying space Leia shit.
I saw a great meme. It was like a
But he did capture Leia. It was pretty funny. But
the
so then
meme-
I couldn't use her anymore.
this meme. It was a general from the bad guys
Empire.
Empire.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there. He's like, my girlfriend told me to treat her like a princess, so I blew up her home planet.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Hey,
I shared that on our Facebook page.
Okay.
all I'm saying is, ever since they elected Palpatine and Darth Vader, no unemployment rates on that
Alderaan.
planet. Yeah, on Alderaan. Everything
And
was
that
fine.
was a picture of Peter Cushing, Jim.
That's what I thought.
But it was kind of neat
Grand
looking
Moff
at
Tarkin.
Yes.
looking at some of the Empire generals and player tokens. I'm like, I don't think I remember that guy. I don't know if they made him up or they just put him in there.
Was Dengar in it?
I don't know, Dengar.
But Bosk
no,
was.
Bosk.
No Bosk.
Real quick here, Twitter poll of the week on Bad Ideas Podcast. What you can vote every week. So what San Diego Comic-Con announcement were you most excited about? Jeff had 0. We had The Walking Dead. They're releasing the Rick Grimes films in theaters, which was a surprise. Jeff, who's this person?
No. Somebody said they wanted to hear you pronounce his name.
Mahershala Ali as Blade. He was announced. That was the big one, I thought.
I'm just surprised he didn't say Mohammed.
Star of True Detective 3.
And Green Book. And Luke Cage. Relaunch of X-Men comics. We'll get to that in a little bit. And 2 new Halloween films, Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. Coming out in
Jamie Lee
2020.
Curtis?
Yep. Coming out in 2020 and 2021.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it the end?
That's what
No.
they said.
Really?
Well, for 5 years.
Never.
Reboot.
Well, it's in the title.
I do like that they at least have a plan with them, so that's better than most horror
Turns
movies.
out Michael had a twin sister called Michelle Myers.
And she just liked to bake.
Hi, Michael. I got some pumpkin pie for you. Thanks.
The whole thing is her being on Cupcake Wars.
Yeah, she's a pretty nice woman.
So, Michelle Strode is here today, and well, on Cupcake Wars, who's your partner? This is Michael Myers, my brother.
He's slicing and dicing those onions really fast.
Can you cut this fondant for me?
In last place with 4% of the vote, Walking Dead is in theaters.
I think it's played out. I think everybody's tired of it.
Do you think it's going to do well?
No.
Fear the Walking Dead. I'm still watching. I don't know why.
You're
probably
the one.
Because I'm so invested so much into it. I guess
Pot
I just
committed.
keep going.
I want that.
I am pot committed.
On the critics quote on the movie poster. I'm still watching. I don't know why.
Blake from History of Bad Ideas podcast.
Let's see. 2 new Halloween films got 8%.
Yeah, I could care less about that too.
And winning 62% to 27%. Ali as Blade beat out the reboot Mahershala.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was actually close.
Ali as Blade.
How's Wesley feel about that?
I think he's pissed because he thought he was coming back. And
Well,
so-
because Mahershala Ali's
didn't
not a young guy either.
He came back as Blade in
what we do in the shadows.
yes.
Well, actually, he came back as
Wesley.
Wesley.
Yeah.
Get
As
your
himself.
Skype working. My Skype fine.
Get closer to the router. Closer to
My
the
router is fine.
But did you see how he got that job?
No.
After he got the second Oscar, he called Marvel and said, I want to do this.
Really?
Yes. He called them. And after you have 2 Oscars, I guess you can.
So
Yes.
he's,
I guess
he's
you can do
telling
that.
Disney what to do.
Yes.
Dang.
Wow.
But there's
man.
a lot of people that
Well, now
say
I'm
that-
changing my vote knowing that story.
What'd you vote for?
I didn't vote for anything. My vote was none of the above.
so
I actually put a GIF of none of the above.
you know, there's a lot of people that will play superheroes. Well, no shit, Sherlock. But he actually could do it.
Yeah.
I took the relaunch of X-Men comics because I didn't really care about the other 3.
The X-Men comics we'll talk about in a little bit. I'm actually kind of interested in that.
It's called
See,
a
if-
tease.
the problem is the relaunch of comics happens every 3 years, so I tend not to get too excited about a story about relaunching.
And how many universes you got to keep track of nowadays?
660.
No, they get rid of all of them or combine them into the one they want.
They just blow it all up.
They just say, "Oh, this is what's going on." As we're going to talk about in a little bit,
That's
just reading all the people who are going to be in what books. They're bringing a lot of people back from the dead in the X-Men books.
Let's do some listener feedback.
All right. That's the sound of your bomb listener feedback, sponsored this week by Belle Delphine's Bathwater.
Did you say Belba Duveau?
Belle Delphine.
No.
Bathwater.
Did you buy some?
Nope, no clue.
Did you buy some?
The bathwater?
No, I did not.
Okay.
But I did have to investigate. Strangely enjoyable experience. And we're going to start off. This is the whole reason why the first guy here is to visit us, is to be leading off the listener feedback, waiting anxiously to read his question, because he is always first on this podcast, because he is known as
7.
correct.
First.
Now, the man formerly known as
A-pans.
Can we do real quick thing about A-pants here, though? We went to the zoo this weekend, and my daughter, who's 5...
we should have talked about this before. Let's go on with listener feedback.
She asked why the
No,
gorilla...
we're going to listener feedback.
Does it have something to do with BuzzFeed?
Yes.
Was there a BuzzFeed quiz?
Yes. So she
Okay,
goes,
listener
Daddy,
feedback.
why do you get news from BuzzFeed? And why do you call these this mold of 8 gorilla hands Uncle Doug's hands? I don't know, honey. I don't know. It's okay, Doug. It's okay.
No, listener feedback. Let's go to listener
Yeah.
feedback.
All right, regarding the top 5 worst sports rules from 2 weeks ago from Dev. Oh, wait.
You just skipped dogs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Outrage!
Doug, did you want to read your own question?
Oh, could I?
Well, I
All
don't
right.
know, can you?
So, top 5 worst sports rules from Dev.
No,
All
no.
right, go ahead.
can we
All right,
have a-
Brian Stewart, actually.
Can we have a breath of silence for Mad Magazine shutting down after 67 years? Thoughts of this icon of American history going away?
I always like the Cracked magazine better.
You're insane.
Cracked
you
was
like the Munsters too. So, I mean,
Good point.
yeah.
Cracked
Crack was the
generic.
monsters of the.
Andy like
Yeah.
GoBots.
No, it's just my grandmother bought me those Walgreen ones. Wasn't even GoBots. Look, it turned into a ball. I
Well,
guess.
could you actually do the and make fun of the things and satirize things these days in this climate that we're living in? Do you
said
think
that you
Matt
really
could get
can't.
away with it?
They said they're still going to an online presence.
Yeah, well, like what Cracked,
Like
which
Cracked
is nothing
online
but a
presence?
top 5,
Sporting
whatever.
News has that too. Yeah,
Yeah. What's sporting
Well,
news?
they're online.
The last 2 years, Crack's online presence is a big turd. They
Yeah.
used to have some good stuff. Cracked sucks.
And then they got sold and then laid off half the staff.
Yeah, whoever bought them. I don't know why you would pay the money to just put everybody out to pasture and do nothing with the.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't put anything new out. The only stuff that pops up are 5-year-old articles or something.
What about Spy versus Spy? Are they going to spin that off?
I would see that. Matt Damon versus Ben Affleck. Spy versus Spy.
Sure.
Do it as a movie.
Brad Pitt versus Casey Affleck.
There you go.
Yeah, could be.
Jennifer Aniston versus Angelina Jolie.
Ooh.
Hey, whatever happened to Al Jaffe? He's
died.
dead.
Yeah.
Well, I think you just answered your own question.
Yeah. I was just wondering.
I like Mad Magazine,
confirmed
though. That's
it.
a shame that it's not there anymore. It's not going to.
It's a shame.
See, I think it was, granted, ran for a pretty freaking long time.
67 years.
67 years is a pretty good haul.
Yeah.
Pretty good haul. So, but I mean, I just think it kind of eventually just lost its luster.
Starting as a counterculture magazine that's eventually moved into juvenile humor and never, evolved from there. But it was still, sideways political
I
comments.
read it a lot in the 80s.
Yeah.
Didn't honestly realize it was still going
Mad
on
Magazine?
in the 2010s.
Is
so-
Disney going to make a live-action Alfred E. Newman?
Doug?
No, they do not own that yet.
No.
Yet.
Yet.
But going back to Mad Magazine,
I'm trying to play him.
It's how many magazines are going out of business? The fact that they're still around even now I think it's
that's true,
impressive.
like-
Well, they were owned by DC.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, DC owns them.
Or
I
subsidized.
mean, as somebody who delivers magazines, the amount we get now is just amazing. I mean, Sports Illustrated used to get a pile, you know. Now they're in a small bundle with, I think, like Entertainment Weekly. They're
Entertainment Monthly.
Yeah, Entertainment Monthly. Yeah.
And they have officially moved to monthly now.
No, not
September.
yet.
I was wondering why Reader's Digest was always a big TV manual.
That was
It's a
TV.
digest. It's
That was
in
TV
the
Guide.
Oh, that was
title.
TV Guide.
That was TV
Sorry.
Guide.
That was a good joke. Anyways,
I didn't get it.
so you deliver magazines?
Yes.
Are you a publisher's clearinghouse?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I am. Yes.
Just checking.
Uh-huh.
Do you work with Steve Harvey?
Yes.
Okay.
I carry around the big check for him.
Oh, that's nice.
Have you ever driven a mail truck to Michigan full of recycled glass?
I cannot comment on that.
Just wondering.
Have you ever kicked a package?
No.
Okay.
Have you ever dumped your entire mail sack into the sewer?
No. But I know people who have.
If we
Pennywise
open,
needed his mail.
if we open your closet from home, will mail from several years ago fall out?
No, it will not.
Is Hawaii
Because
really,
he's moved since then.
is Hawaii really the coveted spot for all postal carriers?
I don't think so. No,
Okay.
No.
What would be?
Florida? I heard Florida's really nice.
It's hot.
Yeah, but it's very laid back.
It's hot.
And they've got ugly bugs that are like as big as a foot down there.
How big is that foot that you just used your hands?
Shack size.
Okay.
Do you get confused having to drive your own car home from work where the steering wheel's on the wrong side of the car?
And the doors are not opened.
Not lately, but yes, there are times when you start going to the wrong side. Yes, I have done that.
Do you drive down the road with your doors open in your own car?
No, I do not.
Welcome to Mail Talk. Just because this conversation stamps just went up 20 cents.
If I get a letter that's not addressed to me that was from a former occupant of the residence that I'm in, I open it up, I read it, and then tear it up and throw it away, do I still go to jail?
If
Who
you get
would
caught.
know?
Just asking for a friend.
Are you doing that?
No.
Asking for when you saw it wasn't a check, you tore it up and threw it away.
Is it first class mail?
Is it certified?
I'm not.
Where
I
do
can't
you
answer
live?
these questions because it's hypothetical.
Hypothetically, where do you live?
Pleading the Fifth
What
Amendment.
neighborhood?
Fifth Amendment.
Do you cut the articles out of nudie magazines?
No.
You cut the pictures out of nudie magazines
No.
If
and
you have
hide
the-
them in the woods.
If you have the Tree app now on the iTunes store, you don't need it. So lifelike. We are millionaires off of that.
Oh, so much money. That and printer.
Printer really took off.
Especially at the Vatican.
We now have an incognito part of the printer app, so that helps the priest.
Well, see, it really helped out the priests because they know which altar boys are acceptable or accepting.
And you gave me shit about mermaid years. Jesus.
Doug, you thought Muppet sex talk was bad.
That was wrong.
There was nothing wrong about it.
What? Did you listen to the show?
No.
I believe you said something about a Muppet having cock-sucking lips.
And
That's wrong.
He's not
is
lying.
it though? Is it wrong? What's wrong about it? If the Muppet has them,
And needs a job.
Do we really know Jim Henson's secret Muppet life?
Where is his hand always at?
Sweetums with those DSLs.
Anyways, what else we got? Hey, Deb was really mad that we didn't read his top 5 last week.
Anyways,
or the week before. So.
regarding the top 5 worst sports rules from 2 weeks ago.
What's Brian say?
You can make up your own top 5 and just send it in whenever.
We had
what
this.
the hell
No,
is this?
we had this.
is what we had
2 weeks ago. Why is it now?
We forgot to read it 2 weeks ago.
He sent it in the day we did it.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember reading it, and then they're like, "Hey, you didn't put Deb in there."
Yeah.
All right, Deb. Here you go. You ready? Here it is, just for you. Top 5 worst sports rules from 2 weeks ago. MLB Rule 2.0, the up the middle foul ball.
I don't know how else you would rule the up the middle foul ball.
Well, you can go look it up because it's MLB Rule 2.00. I like how he put actual references in here so you can go challenge him. But then again, he is our fact man.
He is, but I mean, up the middle foul ball is a ball that hits without hitting any player.
Or the ground?
Oh, hit the ground. Ground's fair. Or not fair, but if it goes up the middle, hits the rubber, the pitching rubber.
In the air.
It could
If it's
bounce.
a ground ball, if it is a ground ball and it goes and hits the rubber,
Yeah.
and then bounces out, it's considered foul.
If it bounces foul before
Gets to the base.
before it crosses the base,
Yeah.
then it would be foul. Just like
What if it gets
any
past
ball
the pitcher's rubber, hits second base, but comes back
Nope.
in foul?
Second base would be considered a natural object in the field of play, and it would be.
You're
Well,
right,
no, but-
because
but
of a ball
second
down the
base-
line, first or third
Second base would be
hits the
on the
base, it's
baseline,
considered
too.
fair. Yeah.
hitting second base means it would have got as far as the base on the baseline.
What's number 4?
What if? Okay, never mind.
Jason's jumping ahead.
What if it hits the pitcher
Well, then,
and then goes foul before
the-
first or third base?
well, the pitcher, as soon as it hits the pitcher, it's a fair ball. If it hits a player, then
He's in Michigan, right?
yes.
I don't think this is really affecting the Detroit Tigers' record. I don't think it's anything to do with that.
No, what's hurting their record is that there should be a netting in front of the home run wall that stops home runs. If that could prevent them teams hitting against them, they'd be okay.
Or it would also help not trading Justin Verlander and Max
Scherzer
Scherzer. That would help.
or Rick Porcello or
They still got Cecil Fielder?
Yes.
yes, they do.
That might be hurting them too.
All right, number 4, the LPGA/PGA Rule 17-3A, penalty for ball hitting hole flag on ground.
Well, you're not supposed to lay the flag on the ground.
That's called a lazy caddy.
Yep.
That's exactly what that is.
Yep. Number 3, soccer - 6-second rule, more for lack of enforcement.
For not enforcing the 6 seconds.
Not enforcing
What
the
is that?
6-second rule.
Is that when you flop and you're flopping around for 6 seconds?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
They didn't really call Neymar for flopping for more than 6 seconds, and that
He's
was a
still
big
rolling.
controversy.
Blake's wife doesn't like the 6-second rule with him either.
I get put in the penalty box for the 6-second rule.
But I want to.
She calls it the penalty box?
Wow.
If you have to sleep with Blake, it is a penalty.
Well, I am allowed.
No, shut the fuck up. Next
There are,
question.
there are 2-minute power plays as well,
Shut up. No.
and there's also something called a shootout.
She never gives him extended time. Trust me.
2-minute power plays, but the power plays cut short if you score.
Well,
Nice try, Blake. Nope, you can't save this. Keep going.
The 10-minute game misconduct.
Come on, honey. Give me more time. I can do it. Nope.
you know, if the match does
5
end in
for
a tie,
fighting.
if it does end in a tie, we at least both get 1 point. You really don't want to see our face-offs.
I want to take his face off.
Nicolas Cage is in your bedroom?
Hey, when we start yelling about the puck being in the crease.
So we're talking soccer.
Oh, yeah, soccer. 6-second rule, yes.
Okay.
No, it's throwing the ball in from the sideline. You're supposed to throw it in 6 seconds.
On the
All
chest.
Yeah, for example, yeah. So number 2, NFL Rule 11-4-3, the fair catch kick.
I got no problem with that rule either.
No, if somebody's stupid enough to pooch it, you can.
Yeah, if they're gonna give you a free kick by barely kicking the ball, take it. I'm surprised more people don't try it, especially at the end of games. Even if it's a 70-yard kick, there's always sometimes that's a better chance than trying to return the kick.
I think the stupid one's in college now. When you fair catch it, if you fair catch it like inside like the 5, you get it
Get
on
it
the
to
20.
20. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Oh, that is stupid.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
but that's
That makes my list now.
the NFL. That was college, not the
Yeah.
NFL.
Yeah, we don't want to pay our players, but yeah, we'll make that rule. All right, the NFL Rule 11-3-2, the 1-point safety.
Yep. That's a pretty dumb rule.
What is the 1-point safety?
That's if you're kicking
An
an extra point, but it doesn't get to the
Past the line of scrimmage.
Well, I like because you're allowed to return a kicked.
Field goal. You're allowed to return a field goal.
I think you're allowed to return an extra point too.
Yeah,
like if the extra point,
If it doesn't get past,
if it doesn't go past
The
the,
line
end
of
zone or
scrimmage?
something, just the end zone, it can go past the line of scrimmage.
If they kick it and like
They kick it and you like catch it in the end zone and decide you want to
run it back,
run
you
back.
can get a point.
But if you say you run out of the end zone, then run back in the end zone and get tackled,
Mm-hmm.
you get 1 point for a safety because it was only on a 1 point kick attempt.
Huh.
So it's a safety if the team attempts to return
Run it
it,
out. Yeah.
but then gets knocked back, goes back into the end zone.
in their own power.
Yeah. So I mean,
I'm surprised it isn't more tried more because of the one extra point being pushed back out
Yeah.
to the 25 now.
but everyone who kicks it can still kick it through the end zone.
Well, not if you get a hand on it.
Okay, I was looking it up. 1 point safety has never happened in the NFL.
No,
there you
yeah.
go.
So
So,
why
why even
worry
have
about
it?
it?
Why even make it a point?
Because Dev did.
Worry
Why
about your
even make
Detroit
it?
Lions. The 1 point safety is not hurting.
Not
going to
help you there either. That's right.
It should rule about what's actual catch and what's not a catch.
Yes,
If you're
yes.
a Detroit Lions fan.
Well, we'll get
Well,
what just because
just
of the
as you
Megatron
bring
rule.
that up, you got Brian Stewart, Brian with a Y, says,
Also from the state of Michigan.
I hope the process of the catch bullshit NFL rule was discussed. Surprise!
It was.
2, the tuck rule. Anything to help Tom Brady out, right?
They at least got rid of the top rule.
Anything to help Tom Brady out, right?
You got to admit that was a shitty roll, Doug.
Oh,
Even though it helped
yeah, it
your team.
is.
But it's a legitimate. It wasn't a Patriot rule. It's been around.
Oh,
But
no,
was
I-
he
I
actually
think-
making a pass?
I
No.
think the interpretation of the rule for what happened there was not correct.
Fumble.
Because if
That was a fumble.
Well, yeah, but he was tucking
He
it.
wasn't
So it
trying
wasn't
to
a fumble.
throw the
So
ball
technically
forward.
It wasn't a fumble.
It was
He
a
wasn't
fumble.
trying to throw the ball.
I'm sorry, was this Drew Bledsoe that did that?
No,
Oh. Ran him out of town.
Yeah.
damn straight.
Anyways, yes, Brian. Number 3, intentional walk.
He doesn't. I'm assuming he means the fact that you don't have to throw the 4 pitches
I don't
now
like that
to
either.
intentionally walk someone.
I kind of like it. It helps speed the game up.
Yeah.
How much? How much does it speed the game up?
1 minute, 45 seconds.
How many times are intentional walks thrown in a game? You know.
You know what
A
you
lot.
do?
It probably
Just hit the
saves
batter
less
for
than a
one
minute.
time.
Yeah.
Just hit the batter.
Well, then you got time taken off from the bench clearing fights. So, no.
This past,
But I mean,
this
that's the
past
thing. is
Reds,
just
Cubs
because you want to
series-
walk me doesn't necessarily mean I want to walk.
Mm-hmm.
Now
I'm
you should
going
be
to take
able
a
to
swing. Yeah, I
decline.
should. You should have to throw me 4 pitches.
What if you throw it
that I
away?
can have an attempt to swing at one. Yeah, you can.
Atlantic
misthrow
Coast League
it
is
and-
doing steal. You can steal first base. Did you see that?
That was
That's
stupid.
stupid.
Lord.
Kelly Leak hammered that
I
ball
thought you
when they
said
tried
Lance.
to intentionally walk
I
in that one
thought
game.
Exactly.
I thought you said Lance Koenig tried to steal first base. Who?
The Atlantic Coast League is doing.
I thought you said Lance Koenig. I'm like, who's Lance Koenig? Why is he stealing
You don't know
first
Lance
base?
Koenig?
Andrew Koenig, he's dead.
He's dead.
I said Atlantic Coast League.
Who?
Baker Maker touchdown.
Who?
Shut up. Finish this up.
And Brian Stewart finishes. Seriously, that process of the catch bullshit.
What's the catch?
I don't know.
Exactly.
No one knows what.
I have an idea. Hold on to the ball.
Yeah, don't ever drop the ball,
Don't
and you don't
drop
have
the
to worry
ball.
about it if it's being a catch.
Okay, now
Hold on to the damn ball. Don't fucking showboat. Hold on to the ball until you know the hands are up, and then you can drop it.
Okay, but what's a catch or what is domestic violence? If I break my infant son's arm, and then the league will say, nah, we're good.
I don't want to go there because the
down the hall.
NFL is so screwed up on this TV shit right now. All right. From the Pulp Culture Cafe.
time out. This is rapid fire questions, Disney questions.
What?
Doug, you ready?
Boom, boom, rapid fire. Pow, pow, pow.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right, hold on. Are you ready?
Sure.
Speaking to the mic.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I'm going to list them all from Hook Says Them to Pop Culture Cafe, TPC Cafe. Dudes, so what's the best, what's the least exciting news that came out of San Diego Comic-Con?
Oh, sorry, Doug. That's the next question.
That's not
Jesus
me.
Christ.
Anything
God damn
Walking
it,
Dead?
Jason.
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
Okay, moving on. Next.
This is why I should read ahead.
Okay, now we got rapid fire
Shit.
questions. Here we go.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right, Randall Holt. Here's one. WandaVision. Really?
Yes.
Yes.
On Disney Plus.
Yes.
No.
Really?
Yes.
No, it really is.
Fuck Scarlet
WandaVision.
Witch.
Okay.
Scarlet Witch.
I would love to.
And her sisters.
It's bad enough
Well,
she's in
maybe
Doctor
not her
Strange
sisters.
sequel.
Unless they pay me.
She's good in Wind River.
Yeah. What else?
From Nick the Gimp. Favorite park food.
Spicy chicken waffle sandwich.
Best value park food. What was that? $25?
Spicy chicken waffle sandwich.
$25
How much is it?
sandwich?
I think when I was there, it was over between $8 and $9.
Bullshit.
My guess now.
Actually, that seems less than I was going to guess.
Now probably $11.50.
Oh, I would say yeah.
$12.
Yeah.
$25.
Well, he did sell his
$25.
son to Disney, so he does get a discount now, so it's okay.
Okay, for the record, in Canada,
Oh, God.
we were going to Niagara on the Lake, which is a nice little drive.
Was it frozen?
No. It's summertime.
As we're going,
Were they playing hockey
we
there?
didn't have breakfast. It's like, well, we'll just pick up breakfast along the way.
Tim Hortons.
So along the way, there was an IHOP on attached to a hotel.
You are in Canada
It was
and
just-
stopping at IHOP? Well, it is International House of Pancakes.
Okay, so
It's actually AHOP A.
nothing special. I think my wife got an omelet.
No, it's
I
called
got
I Hope.
some sort of breakfast sandwich, and we got milks. My daughter got something. U.S. currency, it was $80.
Yep.
I'm like, I haven't been
Wait,
in
wait.
IHOP.
It's called
What?
a Trudeau tax.
The
3 breakfast meals at IHOP is $80?
yeah.
The good news is, though, you did
Not
get,
with tip.
there's a tip?
Yeah.
And U.S. currency. You sure that's not Canadian
yes,
currency?
Canadian was over 100.
And that's how Canadians pay for health care. That's what
news-
we want down here,
I'm
right?
confused.
The glasses of milk,
Tax.
$4.39 a piece.
Tax.
Well, that's in Canada. They
right,
overcharge
right.
for their milk.
And they drank 13 of them.
The first 10 are free refills. Sir, we're going to have to stop. The good news is he also got a CAT scan, an MRI, and he got his knee scoped. So good job,
we
Doug.
were
You
eating
left out the enema.
we were eating outside at another place, and a guy came up begging for food or money, and he had a sign saying something about mental health. I'm like, you're in Canada. You should get that for free. Why don't you come into
Down
me?
the hall.
But he's right.
Down the hall.
He was giving free prostate exams, though, right?
So Scott from Pop Culture, fix this. You owe Doug $80 in American money.
Yes.
At IHOP.
IHOP.
No, I
It was the
hope.
most expensive meal we had.
And probably the worst.
Okay, there's an IHOP that just opened like a block from my house. I've never eaten at an IHOP
I
in my
haven't either.
life.
I don't think I have.
You really don't
Maybe-
want to.
Maybe 30
I want
years
to
ago.
check
or
it out, but not if it's going to cost $80 for 3.
it,
Well,
it won't be that much,
because
but
we don't have to pay Canadian milk prices.
yes. And
Well, wait until you try and buy a tire with the tire money, man.
Do they accept tire money there?
Yeah, they'd probably be paying tire money at that. I hope.
Canadian milk. Damn boots.
IHOP is one of the most let down experiences ever.
Were
And
you
this
that
is-
excited to go?
And this is from somebody who will eat at the Waffle House.
Yeah, I'd rather go to Waffle House than IHOP.
I haven't been there probably 30 years, if ever. It's like, okay, we'll just stop in here. And it's like, holy shit.
Oh. Well,
I'm ordering, so I'm just going to see how much things are. Doug.
Okay.
oh, you're doing your
Chicken and pancakes are $6.99.
No,
Ew, what?
Nowhere close.
Why are you
Okay, I'll
getting
put it
chicken
this
and
way.
pancakes. You get chicken and waffles, you
Yeah.
dumbass.
It's chicken and pancakes.
yeah, why
I-
would you order that?
I
it's a
personally have
pancake
never
house.
eaten chicken and waffles together because my brain can't fathom
It's
how
actually,
that would taste good.
It's
together.
actually pretty good.
It is.
I had
Because
chicken and
I
waffles
can't-
last week.
Well, I can't have waffles without being smothered in
Grease.
ooh
Your mother's
maple
gravy?
syrup. Maple syrup. No, not my mother's gravy. Maple syrup, and I'm not putting maple syrup on my chicken.
It's
And
actually pretty good.
You get some syrup on the chicken.
Oh
and-
God, that sounds nasty.
No. And a little bit of hot sauce,
No.
too. A little
Did
bit of
you get-
Tabasco
I'm not
sauce.
putting syrup
it's
on my
actually pretty
chicken.
good, man.
No,
I'm
it
telling you.
doesn't. I can't eat like my breakfast bacon or sausage if maple syrup gets on it because it ruins the flavor of bacon and sausage.
You've never had maple bacon?
I don't eat maple bacon.
It's pretty damn good. You should
It
try
isn't.
it.
I like my meat meaty, my sweets sweetie, and I don't like them to cross.
Yeah, you know, I was at a camp out this weekend where the guy brought his glamping grill, and he would put on a 7-season pepper on top of the bacon. I almost rejected it.
I don't know what a 7-season pepper is.
Exactly. He was seasoning bacon with pepper after it was cooked already.
You know,
Or
this
was he seasoning the pepper with bacon, so he's making the pepper taste bacony?
Just pour bacon grease on it.
Oh, okay.
I almost refused it,
This
but
was-
then I remembered regardless it was bacon.
You see what you did, Doug? This was supposed to be rapid question.
And it wasn't round.
So it wasn't Canadian bacon.
Correct.
Well, what is
Which is ham.
What does Kevin at Sinks the Explorer have to ask Doug?
Put your phone
Doug-
down.
Doug, get ready.
Oh,
Quit
okay.
trying to reorder your breakfast at
yes.
IHOP in Canada.
Omelets are $9.99 at IHOP.
No, they were 22 something.
What?
Yes.
Trudeau tax.
They have a cheeseburger omelet.
Yes.
Yeah?
Could be good.
There you go. Kevin at Cincy Explorer says, when will Disney's monopoly be broken apart?
Never.
Whenever I take the Disney Monopoly board game and smash it.
Yep. What will be the best, worst, and the best series of Disney Plus?
That's
That was from
Besotted
Besotted
Geek.
Geek.
What would be the best?
from Besotted Geek. Yeah, cut
What'll
off from the
be
page there.
best?
Sorry.
The best.
What'll be the best and what'll be the worst?
What will
Falcon
be the
and Winter
best, worst,
Soldier.
and
I
the
agree.
best series?
The worst.
Falcon.
Oh, no,
worst on Disney Plus will have something to do with Doc McStuffins or something.
Mandalorian.
No,
looks
actually, I
good.
think the best might be the when they go in depth about the Imagineering of the parks. That's what I think is going to be the best.
I think the best will be WandaVision.
All right, Pittsburgh Nerd with a serious question here. This isn't rapid fire because it's a long question. He says, do you feel, and this was in the news recently, do you feel Abigail Disney has been out of line with the criticism of Disney and the treatment of employees in the parks?
What happened?
Yes. She's the
I agree. I can give you
granddaughter
more
of
back.
Roy Disney, Walt's brother. He was more the financial guy. Supposedly, she hasn't been to Disney in ages. She's just, I think she have a document. She has some side project. I think she's just trying to get.
Does she not like how the parks run now?
It was
doesn't
kind
think
of
they're
like
paid
Boss
enough.
Undercover. She went in undercover.
Which everybody says,
Yeah.
but I think it was just a PR move.
How much would they have to raise ticket prices if they had to pay employees more?
None.
Nothing.
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 No,
because
no.
it's
How much
crazy.
would they have to raise ticket prices
Oh.
if they were going to pay employees more and not make less money?
$1.
No, but seriously, Disney's pretty shitty company to work for outside of Fish. It's a pretty. If you read what they did a couple years ago, like to the parks down in Orlando, the entire information technology department,
Yes.
and all that, they basically said we're replacing you with
Computers.
No.
bringing in
Foreign.
low cost foreign employees.
Yeah.
And if you don't teach them and train them, we're going to fire you right now with no severance.
Yeah.
However, if you do stay on board and you train these people to do your job, we'll give you financial aid and job relocation assistance. So how shitty of a company move is that?
Well, they at least paid you to
It's-
leave.
It's a legal thing that the government allowed.
Yep.
Thanks, Obama.
Unbelievable.
On a side note, the Mega Monster is $9.99 at IHOP. Just to let you know.
The problem I had with Disney, and I think these rules have been changed in the last couple of years, was they had their no facial hair policy.
That has been relaxed.
That's why Doug
And
got shaved.
Yeah, and I'm like, fucking Walt had a mustache. How can you have a no facial policy?
So did Marge Schott, and she didn't allow him.
Ooh.
It wasn't so much a mustache; it was that one hair coming out of that mole.
But it was facial hair.
But it was like this long.
And apparently they had I just remember the story of the people who wore the costumes were not allowed to wear
Yes.
their own clothes underneath.
That's been changed, yes.
Yeah, including your
Underwear?
undergarments.
Community underwear.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was a terrible crabs epidemic in the park because just for sharing jock straps that apparently weren't cleaned properly.
Let me ask you this: is there ever a good crabs epidemic in a park?
Sometimes,
Okay.
if it's a crab bake at the beach.
And that was the second time I had crabs.
Yeah, I'm not allowed in the park anymore. Ever since I scheduled, tea with the princesses, I scheduled like 10 all at the same time, and it was just me.
You know there were 16.
But he only scheduled for 10.
Oh, yeah.
No, they were 16 years old.
You know the jalapeno kick burger is $8.99.
Reservation for Blake.
Okay, so what else we got? Listener reviews.
Black.
We need to get through listener reviews.
All right, we're halfway through listener feedback, folks. Listener reviews from Kevin and Cincy Explorer. The Lion King is better than what the critics are saying, but it's no instant classic. Positives, visuals, voice cast, and script. About 80% of the script, not script, the script, is word for word, but they did add some context and change some small details. Negatives, pacing, and it's a big one. I just felt like the speed of the dialogue didn't allow us to develop with the characters like we did in the original. I put that blame on the director. Sorry, Jon Favreau. Overall, B-. Oh, yeah, 7 out of 10.
Which is pretty much a B-.
Yeah. Well,
Does anyone
on
care
a
about seeing this?
sliding scale.
No.
On a curve.
No, my wife asked me today, you want to go see Lion King? No.
Do you really have to develop the characters since you know who they all are?
Exactly.
And you've seen like
Apparently you have to develop Jesus in the Passion of the Christ.
That's just a scab Jeff.
Why is this guy getting whipped?
It's like, I don't know who this guy is. There's no character development. All I know is they're whipping him.
Literally, that was his take on the Passion of the Christ. There was no character development.
Blake?
he just shows up at age 40.
And I'm like, Jeff, you read the book.
Ooh, yeah.
Nick Albright is really failing us. Again, he doesn't ask Jeff, he's asking us all. And there's no nickname for him.
I know.
Muppet
It's for
lips.
everybody.
Nick, do better.
Maybe Nick wants everyone's opinion now.
Well, that music means it is time for this part of listener feedback. So relax,
6 seconds.
strip down on your couch,
Penalty
grab your
box.
favorite Muppet.
It's penalty box time.
What are your 2
Oh.
preferred ways to
Yeah.
die?
What?
Die.
Oh.
What is your least preferred way to die?
Not die?
Well, obviously sexual strangulation, right? If it's Nick Albright.
What's the hashtags?
Oh, hashtag death by penis envy. Hashtag penis by Jeff.
Jeff, you're his lover.
Thank you.
Could you explain?
Well, in his fantasy
I
world, you
don't
are.
know I could explain.
What is your
Well, I
least
can
favorite?
answer.
Go ahead, answer.
My 2 preferred ways to die. Well, one would be not to die.
Besides that, that's easy.
Well, that's still my number 1
Okay.
preferred way. And the other 2 would be in my sleep where I don't feel anything.
Okay.
My least preferred way to die is to die painfully.
Flames. Fire would be the
Well,
worst.
skinned alive would probably be terrible.
Self-sexual.
Flayed alive.
Flayed
Well,
alive.
actually, your
I
least,
guess flayed alive would be the worst.
least preferred way to die would be the self-asphyxiation during sex. Because you at least want to,
Finish.
survive for the next... Yeah, finish for the next time.
Self-asphyxiation after sex, maybe.
I
But
think best way to die is during sex.
No.
I died right before climax. I have blue balls for eternity.
Imagine what the
my
coroner's...
ghost is haunting somebody.
Imagine what the coroner's got to deal with.
Let me cut this up.
Drain these bodily fluids, damn it, another old
Sir,
man
could you
died.
close the casket? Nope. Won't go down.
It's been over 4 hours. Call the doctor.
I would like to talk to you about my grandfather's trousers.
What are you, British?
G'day, mate. We're on nerdly.co.uk.
Hey, cheeky bastards.
Doug, what's your two preferred ways?
Strangled between Stacy Keebler's legs.
Oh. Yeah.
That's a good one.
And
Yeah.
then my other preferred way would be, since I was just there, going over Niagara Falls.
In a barrel?
No, not in a barrel. Holding on to my in-laws as I go over. That would be my second preferred way to go.
I'm helping every rest of society out here.
So I take it none of your in-laws listen to the show. Like you said, you didn't want to insult your mother.
hopes they
because
do.
Some
No,
relatives
they don't, and I don't really give a damn if they do.
What if Stacy Keeler's listening to the podcast?
Oh, kill me.
She's a tall drink of water.
I met your in-laws. They're very sweet.
I think I don't think
I
that
have
word
a story
means what you
about
think
that.
it means.
I have a story about that.
He's going to tell.
We're going to have, we'll just say, we won't give names out, but we'll just say this person's named D. She claimed that she was watching America's Got Talent, and this kid had played the violin, and he had cancer, and he claimed he was bullied he was only like 5 or 6.
I saw this one. Yes.
Okay. She claims that he was lying. People weren't bullying him. Bullying doesn't exist. People make a big deal out about it. No, this wasn't true. So then she went into a story about how she was going out and she was watching my daughter, and she was putting on a long sleeve shirt, and she was saying how hot it was. And my daughter's like, why don't you put on a short sleeve shirt then? And she's like, you know why I don't? Because you made fun of my arms, because she's an older woman, so she has the skin flapping underneath it. And then she proceeded to say, she's like, so I don't wear long sleeve. I wear long sleeve shirts. I don't wear short sleeve shirts anymore. And then she proceeded to say, that's really not the reason, but that's what I told her. Wouldn't that be bullying?
Oh, I thought you were saying your daughter was bullying because she was making fun of the arms.
No. She apparently she didn't, but that's what she claimed she did.
Oh, she didn't even say that.
I'm not sure, but that's not the reason she
I
wears
know
long
your
sleeve
mother-in-law. I'm sure your daughter did not say that. I can almost
Probably
guarantee
not,
you that. She is a sweetheart, though.
shirts.
Right?
Oh, without a doubt.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
Yeah.
Sweetheart means spawn of Satan, right?
Oh,
So,
it doesn't mean what I thought it meant.
I said, so you're guilting a 9-year-old girl into something that's not true? And she ignored me. So,
That's probably for the best that she
yes,
ignored
yes.
So next week on Family Matters at Hopi,
What about your in-laws?
we tackle little Jimmy's time in the
you.
bathroom.
Well, we got ran out of time here. Let's do corrections real quick.
From Roy McMillan regarding last
Hey, Roy.
week's Ben Affleck film you couldn't remember. It's Argo Argo.
We kept trying to talk about Ben Affleck film, couldn't remember, and literally as soon as our episode came out, he wrote, "It's Argo."
It wasn't Argo, though.
I don't know.
I was trying to come up with the film with Casey Affleck in that Ben directed. It was Gone Baby Gone. Casey
Anyways,
Affleck
moving-
wasn't in Argo.
Okay,
No.
moving on.
Well, this has go in it. Argo. You know,
Ergo.
Gone Baby Gone. Go.
Oh.
Gone.
Gone Go?
Yeah. And we end with finally, for everybody's delight, we're ending listener feedback. Thank God. Professor number 1 and Doctor number 1. Why does Jeff think Muppets are sexy?
Never said Muppets were sexy. I said one Muppet had dick-sucking lips.
Can we please
That
stop
doesn't-
saying that?
That doesn't mean...
Otherwise known as DSLs.
Yes, okay. Designer shoe
Laces.
lair house. Oh.
Laces. And because he was answering a question given to him by a listener.
Yes.
That's true. Because we always try to satisfy our listeners.
I try to answer the question.
Just like Jason
Prevented.
tries to satify his wife.
Damn it, I was going to say the Blake thing, but I was trying to lay off Blake. 6 seconds, honey. I'm flopping here.
Give me a double penalty.
Double pounding? What?
Penalty.
Oh, sorry.
All right, Lance Koenig.
Blake's wife wins a floppy every night.
Anyways,
And now she won't come on the show.
from the sounds of it, there's not. Never mind.
Wow.
Moving on. Welcome to Relationship Talk. Right before we get to News of the Geek, we do have an Oreo challenge. And this might be the best Oreo challenge ever.
As
Right.
in, like, the hardest one to accomplish?
Yes.
Okay.
We have every week or every couple of weeks we try to get Oreos. We've had Moon Oreos.
Is that an actual size on the front again, or is this a lie?
I
Is
think
it
it's a lie.
We've
Not
had the
actual
most stuff.
size.
We had Game of Thrones, which were quite disappointing, like season 8, and something else we had. Peanut butter. Those were good, Jim.
You're welcome.
Yes. My kids were quite loving them. And finally today, carrot cake Oreos. Because Jeff said he loves carrot cake.
Carrot cake's pretty
I
good.
did not say I loved carrot cake.
In my mind, you said you loved it.
I said carrot cake made correctly can be good. If it's made wrong, it could be terrible.
I said I love the precinct carrot cake.
Oh, wait a minute. This is pretty thick. Mid in there.
It's another thing your wife has never said.
This does look like a double
Fun,
stuff.
Blake.
It does
I
look like
picking
double
on you.
stuff. Double stuff.
Yeah, these are pretty thick. Pretty thick carrot cake
That's
Oreos. Right. And the best part is we were grocery shopping, and I threw these in the cart, and we get up to the register, and my wife's like, "What the hell are you buying for the podcast now?" I said, "Well, this is for an experiment." So, what do you guys think of the carrot cake Oreo?
It tastes like carrot cake.
Is that good or bad?
It's not bad.
You have to chew into the microphone, Doug.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, because everyone loves that. Doug, what do you think?
Not bad. I'm a big fat guy, though, so I'll eat anything. So
So many Ah!
Have you seen everybody else on the show? We had
not bad. I don't know if I.
Would you eat another one?
I think 2 would probably be about my limit.
Yeah, I think so.
Do it. There you go, Doug.
Unlike
Fine.
the peanut butter pie ones we had, I could eat about 12 of those.
My kids were
give me
my
some
kids were quite upset.
That you got carrot cake ones.
No, that the peanut butter ones only had like 6 left by the time I brought them home.
Well, yeah. I'm surprised there were that many left.
So, Jim, what do you think?
Good.
Okay, you like Oreos though?
Yeah.
Any
Is it
kind.
as good as the precinct?
No.
That was exciting. Let's do some news of the geek.
It's time for another installment of the news of the geek.
Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome, Jason.
Real quick, we'll get through this since Blake had to talk this week. Marvel Roundup. Marvel Studio President Kevin Feige.
This is the San Diego Comic Con
Feige?
edition.
Yes, of News
the-
of the Geek. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. You're swell.
Who was out there covering it for you guys?
Blake was. That's
Oh,
where he
okay.
was.
Oh, okay.
Blake bought. After he molested Gimp.
Let's see here. Anyways, he kicked off with the Eternals, the announcement that the Eternals were coming, starring Richard Madden as Icarus, Kamal
Nanjiani.
thank you, as Kingo, Lauren Ridloff. You know what? You try reading these names, Doug.
I looked at the outline and I thought, oh, this will be fantastic.
Brian Thierry Henry as Fastos, Selma Hayek as Ajax, the cleaning solution,
Thanks, Ajax.
A Jack with a K.
whatever. Leah McHugh as Sprite, love drink. Don Lee as Gilgamesh, and Angelina Jolie as No One Cares. The Eternals is set to open on November 6, 2020. Anyone cares about Eternals?
The first handicapped character.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. was
Yes,
it
I do care.
What,
McCary?
Angelina Jolie?
No.
Oh.
The woman who's deaf.
Oh.
McCary, Lauren Ridloff, I think.
Disney Plus series Falcon and Winter Soldier announced Daniel Bruhl is returning to MCU as the villain, Baron Zemo, who was in Civil War.
This takes place right after Civil War, I believe.
Really?
I believe so, yes.
The first handicapped superhero was Handyman.
Damon Wayans.
Okay, MCU. Sorry. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
How was Handyman not in the MCU?
I thought Disney bought the rights to Handyman, and he's retconned in.
Did they?
I'm about to say, I just saw Shazam.
DC owns
That
them.
guy, that kid
What's that?
DC owns them.
Oh, okay.
owns who?
I don't know.
Oh.
They're doing a gritty retake.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, the official title, starring Simu Liu in the title role, is coming to theaters. Appearing alongside Liu will be Aquafina, who I still don't know what she does.
She's an actress rapper.
I know she was in Ocean's 8.
And Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh, okay. In an undisclosed role. Anthony Leung as the real Mandarin. They said the Mandarin is real, and he's pissed off about Simon.
They said that from the beginning.
I like that idea. That's their February one.
Yeah.
So
I'm
see,
excited.
see how well that does.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, starring Benedict Cumberbatch as Stephen Strange. Scott Derrickson is returning to direct. He did the first one. Scarlet Witch is joining him.
I don't know what
Why
your
don't
problem
you
with the
like
Scarlet
Scarlet
Witch.
I think she's boring. I'm moving my hands.
No, like Benedict Cumberbatch, I'm moving my hands. I mean, that's all he does.
First animated series for Disney Plus.
Wait.
What if?
Going back to Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Supposedly the WandaVision leads up into it. So if she's in it,
Vision.
why isn't Vision in it? And it was also supposed to, I think Scott Derrickson said it's going to be the first MCU horror movie.
Yes.
Huh.
It's going to have a horror take on it. Because what horror movies he directed?
He did The Conjuring, one of those.
He's done
A
something.
multiverse horror movie.
I don't know, horror, but he said it'll be the first scary movie. I've heard
Spider-Ham.
horror, and I also heard scary.
What If, the first animated series, is coming to Disney Plus. I like that. Jeffrey Wright is the voice of the Watcher. So that's kind of fun.
And pretty creepy too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All he does is
the
watch
What
it.
If, the logo for What If. Have you seen that?
No.
Where in the lettering, there's different heroes behind it, and it's either zombie Captain America picture or Red Skull as Captain America. That's in there.
Oh.
Jeremy Renner's bringing Hawkeye to Disney Plus. We'll introduce Kate Bishop, who's been hitting her mark in Marvel Comics. This is
Hitting her mark.
I like this one.
funny.
This might be one of my favorite ones. Kate Bishop is a great character.
She's no Scarlet Witch.
Ugh.
I'd also heard that possibly do they do Ronin in here?
Ronan is rumored to be in it. The
I would
character.
rather have somebody that shoots a bow and arrow than somebody who actually has mystical powers.
Thank you, Jim. I'm glad you're on my side. Thor, Love and Thunder brings back Natalie Portman, which actually might be the shocking one.
That was what shocked me the most about the announcement.
I didn't expect Portman to ever come back. Along with Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson, Taika Waititi,
Taika Waititi.
thank you, returns as director, and he confirmed that Jane Foster will become the mighty Thor, Goddess of Thunder. Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow, gets her own solo movie starring Scarlett Johansson. She'll be joined by David Harbour as Alexei, a.k.a. the Red Guardian. Florence Pugh as Yelena, O-T5 Melina as Mason. And Rachel Weisz as Melina, plus Taskmaster will be the main villain.
Wait, David Harbour? Who's that? Is that Michael Medine?
He's a scientist. I like Taskmaster.
Yeah, that was the mayor.
I'm intrigued. I like the fact that Yelena, I forgot her last name in the show. But, I mean, that was an interesting take when the fighting Black Widows.
You think Renner shows up, Jeremy Renner's?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I don't think he does.
Now I have a complaint about these
Oreos?
Oreos. Look at the little amount of fucking cream on this one. Well, they fell apart because Jason was kicking them. But look, that's half the amount of cream that was on the last one I ate.
Everybody at home, look at this.
Look at this. Everybody, look at this.
Oh, look at the one Blake's holding up now. It's completely lopsided.
Maybe it's an older Oreo. It's not. It doesn't have as much cream as it used to. Okay, leave it go.
It doesn't have blue balls.
Take a picture, post it on the site.
Anyways, moving on.
Action Oreo
yes,
photo.
Going back, first you forgot to mention Loki coming out in spring of 2021.
That is
you
true.
did forget to mention that.
And then
Thank
you
Jason.
also, in WandaVision, you didn't mention that, but Monica Rambeau is going to be an adult in that.
Yes.
The girl from Captain Marvel.
Captain
Yeah.
Marvel.
She's going to be adult, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's interesting.
She goes on to become Photon in the comic.
Is that who it is?
Well, actually, she was Captain Marvel at one point. She was Captain Marvel in the comics, I think, before Carol Danvers was.
Okay. Per Polygon, Marvel Comics revealed the long-awaited shakeup of the X-Men lineup.
Whoa! That was me shaking.
Billed as a fundamental change of eras in the long-running superhero epic. Basically, every X-Men title is ending this summer. Then they're doing House of X and Powers of 10. And then basically, Jonathan Hickman is doing the relaunch. He's got X-Men, the flagship title, return in October. Basically, it's Cyclops' story with Wolverine, a couple of the original.
I saw the picture.
Mm-hmm.
It's Cyclops and his family and Wolverine.
Yes.
Like everybody else was either, his wife or his daughter from a different
his dad
dimension.
in it?
His dad, his
Yeah.
son from a different dimension, his brother, his long lost missing brother, and Wolverine.
Wolverine's in
I mean, it's the Summers family.
So Havoc's in it?
Yes.
So basically, the Summers family is taking in an exchange student this year.
the Canadian exchange student.
Wolverine is in only 2 titles. Usually he's in 12.
Yeah, usually he's in all of them, but
Marauders, the X-Men set sail. Even the mutant kind faces hardships and oppression from their human counterparts, led by Captain Kate Pryde and funded by Emma Frost and the Hellfire Trading Company, Marauders Storm, Pyro, Bishop, and Iceman sail the seas of the world to protect those hated and feared. So basically,
They're on the open seas.
yes.
There's a lot less mutant hate
Well,
where there is no land.
they said they're kind of moving away from it. The whole thing is, it was originally that they were going extinct is the big storyline for the
Yeah.
last 10 years. Now they're not. And so they're trying to accept things, and they're basically becoming superheroes now. So the world is a little bit more accepting of them.
So they're on a boat.
Yeah.
I'm on a boat.
DJ Khaled!
I'm on a motherfucking boat.
And I'm confused. If it's Captain Kate Pride, does that mean it's Kitty Pride from a different dimension?
I have no idea.
Boats and hoes.
See, I'm
Boats
confused.
and hoes.
Excalibur. I'm intrigued by this. New connection forms between mutants and the magic of the world. The other world. Captain Britain, a new Captain Britain. Can he forge a new way through chaos with her companions, Rogue, Gambit, Jubilee, Richter, and Apocalypse?
Ooh.
New mutants. Jeff's old. Used to be one of your favorite ones, wasn't it?
Oh, I was looking forward to the movie that it may
Weren't
or
you a
may
fan of
not
the
come
comic
out.
book?
But I was a fan of it, but it wasn't one of my favorites.
Return in November as the next generation claims the future. The classic New Mutants, Sunspot,
They
Wolfsbane,
just killed off last month.
Wolfsbane, Mirage, Karma, Magic, and Cypher get together with a few new friends, Chamber Mondo, to seek out... Sorry, I'm changing the page here. Seek out their missing members and share the good news. A mission that takes them into space alongside the Starjammers.
Oh boy, mutants in space.
Fallen Angels.
I would much prefer it was Mongo.
Mongo.
Steve McMichael?
No, Alex Karros.
Not all mutants belong in paradise. Psylocke finds herself in the new world of mutant kind, unsure of her place. When a face from her past returns only to be killed. She seeks help from the others who feel similar to get vengeance. Cable and X-23 join Kawanin for his personal mission that could jeopardize all mutant kind. This next one, the last one, is actually the one that I actually think that I may actually try to pick up.
Okay.
X-Force. The cost of the future isn't cheap, and X-Force is now the CIA of the mutant world.
That's what they've been trying to make it for the last couple of attempts.
One half intelligence branch, one half special ops. Beast, Jean Grey, and Sage on that side, on the intelligence branch. Wolverine, Kid Omega, and Domino on the other. In a perfect world, there would be no need for an X-Force, but we're not there yet.
Who's Kid Omega?
That's the...
Quentin Quire,
Is that the one with the red and white?
I'll say, what?
No.
It's the kid with the pink hair. He's
Oh, that's a different one than that. I don't know who that is.
Okay.
I like the idea, though.
He
of
was a
X-Force.
student at the Xavier School who was kind of very powerful, what do you call it, telepath, who kind of thought, I don't have to follow the rules type guy. And
So he's like Fonz.
he caused a mutant uprising at the school.
Oh, well, who hasn't? I like the X-Force. I like that they're changing things up, but also San Diego Comic-Con, they did announce Fantastic Four and X-Men is being worked on, along with Captain Marvel 2, Black Panther 2, and Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I heard speculation that the Doctor Strange multiverse thing is probably where they'll at least open the door for X-Men or for
fine.
Fantastic Four to come through.
I'm fine with it. Some quickies here. AMC announced that, we already talked about that. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Doug's favorite show, will end next season. You okay, Doug?
I won an episode into this season, so I'm okay.
Okay. Jeff, you all right with that?
I'm fine with it.
7 seasons and a movie. The Halloween franchise, we already talked about that too. Look at that. We're ahead of the game.
Wow, way to be ahead of the game.
Let's hear some. Oh, you know what first? Jeff, where are you doing September 20th through the 22nd?
I'm going to be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Jim?
I am not going to hang out with Blake.
But you'll be at the expo.
Yes, I'll be at the expo.
Doug, what are you going to do?
I'll be at the expo. I'm passing up a Disney get-together to be at the expo.
And rating 51, Area 51.
Yes.
Doug, did you already buy your tickets?
Yes, I did.
Hey.
How do you get your tickets, Doug?
Went to the website, CincinnatiComicExpo.com. Sure.
Yeah. Blake, what are you doing? Nope, never mind. Anyways,
I will be a VIP there.
ooh.
So if you happen to see me as I'm walking by, do not look in my eyes.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Good call. Did you ask for specific type of M&Ms in the green room?
No, I did not.
Okay.
No.
So yes, September 20th through 22nd, Cincinnati Convention Center, Duke Energy Convention Center, actually in Cincinnati, Ohio. Get your tickets to
get the
Cincinnati
sponsor of the convention center now.
CincinnatiComicExpo.com. Get your tickets. We will be having some Star Trek people there. Wesley will be there.
Will Wheaton,
That's right. Who else is going to be there, Jeff?
Michelle Nichols.
There
if we're
you
talking
go.
Star Trek.
Data.
Brent Spiner.
Yep, he will be there. Unfortunately, Ernie Hudson had to cancel. So that's a shame. It's a shame. But that's
It's
okay.
a shame, but it's good for him because he's working.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Yes,
true.
good for him.
And with enough notice, we can forgive.
Yes, please don't complain about it, okay? Please.
He's got a rigorous Ghostbusters 3 filming schedule.
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
The prequel?
It probably is, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, we're going to have a lot of people from Firefly is going to be there.
Yep. Sean Marr, Jewel State, Marina Baccarin, and what's his
Alan
name?
Tudyk.
Thank you, Alan Tudyk.
Who was the voice of?
Hey from Moana.
There you go.
King Candy from
Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph, yeah.
And the big one, Ben McKenzie's going to be there too. Rogue One. Oh, yeah, from Gotham.
Yeah, and he was K2SO in Rogue One. Yeah, Alan Tudyk.
Ben McKenzie. Oh.
No, Alan Tudyk.
So there you go. Get your tickets. Lots of great guests. Lots of great artists. We'll talk about those next week. A lot of great comic book artists. A lot of great movie and TV actors.
you think-
And us.
Do you think Alan Tudyk will dress up like the pirate from Dodgeball?
Only if we're lucky.
Steve the Pirate? Arg.
There's a guy on our team that dressed like a pirate.
Yeah. Said Arg. No.
No.
So get your tickets and come see Hobie. We got some surprises too.
Surprise.
Do you ever wonder when Spider-Man goes to the bathroom if the toilet paper sticks to his fingers?
Do you ever wonder why Superman wears his underwear outside of his pants?
My name is Imran.
My name is Anthony.
He's the Jock.
And he's the nerd.
And we're your hosts for the Jock and Nerd podcast, where we sometimes try to attempt to answer these questions.
This is a full spoiler podcast, and we swear a lot.
Check it out for awesome geek news, interviews, and comic book reviews. Visit jockandnerd.com. We are your superhero TV, movies, and comic book culture curators.
Boom.
Jockandnerd.com. Jock and Nerd.
Hey, this is Liz.
And this is Heather,
And we are Nerdy Bitches Podcast.
a show where two geeky ladies podcast their way through pop culture.
From movies and TV to our regular book club and everything in between, we bring you our favorite fandoms with a feminine eye.
We're talking Star Wars, Star Trek, Harry Potter, DC, Marvel, comic books, and anime.
And don't forget sci-fi, fantasy, action movies, video games, D&D, board games, and so much more.
Be sure to check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Podbean, or wherever you find awesome podcasts.
You can also find us hanging out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and at nerdybitches.com.
Talk to you soon.
Top 5. This week is top 5 pop culture things that define the 1980s. Anything you want, basically. When you think 1980s, this is what you think.
Pop culture things, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call, a lot
Tenement Square.
Well, that was the 90s, but...
Tenement Square is 89.
Was it 89?
Yeah, I think so. We want to find it out for you now. Now I'm bitter.
Yeah.
Fall of the Wall was 90s.
I don't know. I don't want to steal anybody's, but just because since Blake's always anti-Disney, I didn't put on mine, but I wanted to put on John Lennon getting killed.
19.
That defined the 80s for you?
Yes.
That was 1989, Tenement Square.
Oh, okay. Well, it must have been in the fall, because I thought I was in college. Turned out that wasn't right either.
June 4th.
All right. It was after I was in high school. I was out of high school before it happened. How's that?
Okay, good. Anyways, Doc, why don't you go? Number 5.
Okay,
Let's do through these quick here.
I did this in honor of one of my family members because I know he had one of these in the 80s, and that's Cabbage Patch Kids.
Who would have that?
Just one of my brothers.
Man.
One of my younger brothers.
Really?
That
Possibly the youngest brother.
Possibly. Not for sure.
Cabbage Patch Kids might have been something on my list, but I mean, it's an honorable mention
Well, yeah,
on
of
my
course.
list.
Yes.
Because that was Cabbage Patch Kids was the first toy that caused panics to people trying to get a Christmas present.
Don't you ever speak Olin Jed's name again.
He never spoke it. You did.
Who's Olin Jed?
Family friends.
Oh, okay.
Blake, what's your number 5?
Trapper Keepers.
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
didn't even think of that.
If you had a kick-ass Trapper Keeper, you were fucking gold, man.
Those are good. And the problem is the big Velcro sound.
That's one of the best sounds in the world.
What?
Velcro.
Yeah.
Did you have a Dawson's Creek Trapper Keeper?
No.
I had Trapper Keepers before they were Velcroed. Come on. It was a snap.
Were they made of wicker?
No. They were made of plastic existed in the 80s, Jason.
Did it take over the universe? Take over the world?
No, it wasn't Cartman's Trapper Keeper.
Yeah, Dawson's Creek Trapper Keeper.
Oh. Yeah, Dawson's Creek wasn't from the 80s.
That was pretty cool, man. You put your ruled, 3-ring notebook paper in there.
Yeah.
They had the folders with the side pockets so
Oh,
your
yeah.
papers wouldn't fall out.
The folders
Yeah.
were called trappers.
Hell yeah. Exactly, man.
And you put your trappers in your Trapper Keeper.
That's right.
Jim, what's number 5?
I'll go with like women's style, which would be the puffy hair with like the big bangs,
Shoulder
the big
shoulder pads for
shoulder pads, and the big puffy dresses, like shoulder puffy
Oh, yeah, for prom dresses.
prom dresses. Yeah,
Oh, those are beautiful. You could look at that and say, that's 80s.
that's completely 80s.
Jeff,
big-
what's number 5?
My number 5, I'm also going fashion here. Izod shirts.
Oh, I forgot about
They were just regular fucking collared golf shirts, but they had a fucking crocodile on
Yep.
them.
I
And
think
you
our-
had
one
to
of
have
our
the
brothers
crocodile.
like those.
They're still out.
Yes.
They still make them.
Yeah, they do.
Our
but,
older
but
brother still wears that.
yours doesn't. But you couldn't not have the crocodile, or else you were not in fashion.
It was like in the 90s, you had to have polo.
Yeah, but we're talking 80s, so
I know.
picked
I was
Izod.
My number 5 is action stars. Sylvester Stallone, Schwarzenegger, the big bulky guys. They kind of came out and they just Rambo's shooting up everything.
Jeff Speakman.
Oh yeah, Jeff Speakman. Don't forget Jeff. Who? American Ninja.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Chuck Norris, Delta Force.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, he was towards the. Yeah, I guess he was. Yeah. So that's
Jeff Speakman.
exactly. My number 4, the WWF wrestling. Saturday morning.
Hulk Ferrigno.
Who was that? Oh yeah, he was the Incredible Hulk.
That was the 70s, wasn't it?
Early 80s too.
Oh, okay.
You're not too good with time right now, okay? So
I don't know. I think if you look up Incredible Hulk, started in
He's
the
got a
70s.
speech impediment. Just let him go.
I got a history impediment.
No, he was deaf, wasn't he?
Lou Ferrigno, yes. That wasn't who Doug was referring to.
I always feel like Blake is in one of those soundproof boxes, and then he just comes out when he wants to talk. Let's see here. No, WWF. I was with all the Hulk Hogan, Earthquake, all those guys. Dino Bravo, Ultimate Warrior. I think I just listed 3 dead people.
1978 to
Strongman?
1982.
Fine. I have
It was what?
kinda have
78?
78 to 82.
Okay.
82.
So to me, it defines the 70s.
What did you say, Doug?
that. I kind of have that. Mine's a little different, but
Okay. Number 4 for you, or Jeff, whatever your name
Number 4 for me is my sports thing, is the Lakers-Celtics rivalry.
is. Oh, that's a good one.
Like
I like that.
between like 82 and 88, it was Lakers-Celtics in the finals almost every year. I'll put it this way. Being in a city that had no NBA franchise, I didn't know there were other teams in the NBA other than the Lakers and the Celtics during the 80s.
what side were you on?
I didn't actually care.
Oh, okay.
But they talked about... Well, let's see.
He's wearing green right now.
I had that, and I crossed it out just like 5 minutes ago with something else on.
I really didn't take a set because, I don't like L.A. or Boston. So,
Jim, number 4.
I'm going to go with the NES game system, Nintendo,
That was an honorable mention for me.
and especially Super Tecmo Bowl.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
that was one of my Hobie. That's what I crossed out Bird and Magic for.
I almost put
one of
Super
them.
Tecmo Bowl down.
Super Tecmo Bowl. 1988 roster was used. It was out in 89, but it's still,
is it Super Tecmo Bowl or Tecmo Super Bowl?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's Tecmo Super Bowl.
Tecmo Super Bowl. The Super Tecmo Bowl is on the Super Nintendo.
And it wasn't anywhere near as good.
No.
Now, Bo Jackson, that's just the
BoJack Horseman?
the greatest video game football player of all time.
And Jerry Ball, greatest nose tackle.
David Fulcher was a great defensive guy. Blake,
Actually, Jerry Ball wasn't the
Oh,
best.
that was in Tecmo Bowl.
No, he wasn't super Tecmo, but better than him, it was Bob Nelson for Green Bay, because he was supposed to have a 39 on speed, and it got programmed as a 93.
So a guy you never heard of was the best defensive player in the game.
that's right.
It was
Funny.
awesome.
Blake was number 4.
My number 4, I hobied it. It's a tie,
Of course.
but you'll know why it's a tie as soon as I tell you. It was
You mean they have to do something to do with each other, not adjacent tie?
correct. Double Dare, and you can't do that on television.
Nickelodeon shows.
That's right.
Green
job.
Slime.
Yeah, and you can't do that on television. That's a Canadian show, by the way.
It was. Oh, I loved You Can't Do That on Television.
Alanis Morissette started on that.
Yeah.
I didn't remember her from that, but she did.
Yeah, she played Alanis.
Yeah. I might have been too old by the time Alanis came on.
Yeah.
But
You
she was
remember-
no moose.
Yeah.
She always kept one hand in her
Christine.
pocket, though.
Oh, the other one is flicking a cigarette
Yeah.
It's like rain.
on a rainy day.
Okay,
Doug.
my number 4, just to get you to stop singing.
Yes.
I went with America's Top 40 with Casey Kasem.
American
good one.
Top 40.
And then
We've got a late night request.
No,
or long
distance
dedication.
dedication.
That's what it was.
This is Casey
Request
Kasem.
and dedication.
From Nick Albright to...
then 3 was the Walkman.
Sony.
Sony Walkman.
Did you have one?
Mm-hmm.
Did you? Did you listen to your Kiss albums, their tapes on that?
Damn.
I'm sure I did, yes.
I don't know. You're still listening to Kiss in the 80s?
Oh, yeah, he was. He was.
Or the headphones with the big styrofoam ear pads.
Do you remember anything
You
from the
should go
80s?
buy those retro for
Okay.
your iPhone. Walk around with those on.
I just remember your Kiss tape
Are
with
those
them
Beats?
coming out of the water.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Number 3 for you, Blake.
I think that was Duran Duran.
Duran Duran, yeah. That's on my honorable list.
Oh.
Number 3 was when Saturday Night Live was funny.
That was the 90s, Blake.
No, it was the 80s.
That was the 70s.
Eddie Murphy, come on.
The 80s also had the 1985 season.
Correct, but I'm skipping that.
Oh.
Jim, 3.
My number 3, I'm going to go with one of the greatest defeats of the New England Patriots. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to go pretty much just the Super Bowl shuffle.
We're not here to cause any trouble.
We're just here to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
Who'd they beat?
The New England Patriots.
Really? What was the score?
A lot to very little.
Yeah.
44 to 10?
Because I'm the punk QB,
And I watched
known
every
as
minute of it.
McMahon. When I hit the field, I have no plan.
Cowboys won.
And why did I watch every minute of it? You never know when they're going to get back. Oh, how wrong I was.
Yes, but you watched it against Atlanta 2 years ago, and you were happy to see that comeback, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You thought, this is going to be just 85 over again. They're getting their asses kicked.
I know my son was pissed about it. He even took off his jersey.
Did he turn it off and stop watching?
I wouldn't let him.
Oh.
It's like, I watched the 85 one. You can watch this.
Jeff, what's the number 3?
Oh, we're to me already. Number 3, I've got the Brat Pack / John Hughes movies.
Yay.
You know, your Pretties and Pinks
16
and
Candles.
16 Candles. And
Although
Breakfast
there's a lot of
Clubs.
backlash on those nowadays, of course, because of
Well, yeah, but
There's fat shaming.
yeah, well, and other stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
but no,
You can't just understand it for the context and the era that it went. But then it's through a different lens, and
Matt-
it's kind of creepy. Some of them.
I mean, come on. Rob Lowe was made a star.
That might tease our top 5 next week.
Fat shaming?
Top 5, yes.
Top five Rob Lowe's.
Top 5 movies you can't make now.
Didn't somebody else just do that this week?
Probably. We're stealing. We're not stealing. or-
Somebody.
Yeah, Hobie.
No.
That might have been one of the suggestions we got on Twitter.
It was, actually, I think. Anyways, moving on. Doug, shut up. Number 3. For me, Saturday morning cartoons. Getting up early, going out there. 9 o'clock start Muppet Babies. and then it just went on.
I thought you were going to talk about
start
Looney
till 9. You missed the
Tunes.
8 o'clock cartoons.
I
and
slept.
the 7 o'clock cartoons.
Oh God, no!
I woke up earlier on Saturdays than I did on school days.
Once in a while, I did wake up early, and Snorks was on at like 7:30. I was not happy with that.
He was only 5 or 6, Jeff. So
Smurfs and Snorks.
Smurfs. I hated.
I'm kind of disappointed. When you said Saturday morning cartoons, I was thinking, oh yeah, Looney Tunes. And you're bringing up what?
Because I'm not old like you.
Looney Tunes were also pre-80s.
I don't know.
Looney Tunes were on around 10 or 11.
Sure.
My number 2, the cartoon and the action figures, G.I. Joe. Love the G.I. Joe figures. Had the base, had all that
Yeah, they
stuff.
were just Star Wars figure ripoffs.
Whatever.
Well, there's part of my number.
Did you get the G.I. Joe with the karate chop hand?
Quick kick, yes.
you know,
Kung Fu Action Grip.
G.I. Joe: Rise of Cobra was just on.
How was that?
It was horrible.
Yes.
Even my wife said that. She's like, "This is a terrible movie."
Oh, it was.
Yes.
It was. Oh, I can't explain how god awful that movie was.
I'm so glad we got to watch it in the theater.
Did you like how Baroness and Duke were lovers?
Yes. Which made me think. I know we're trying to cut this short, but has there ever been a?
Were they royalty?
That should have been a good series, and it's been screwed. Has anybody screwed up a series
That
has
bad.
so much potential that poorly?
Transformers.
2 hour mark.
I was thinking Transformers.
Uh,
Just edit out Jason's
No, the
top
Transformers.
5.
Again, I've only seen a half of one of the movies, except for Bumblebee, but they've actually made money.
Yes.
oh, yeah.
Oh, G.I. Joe failed in making money,
Yeah.
but I mean, that's all you have to do is come close to just following the roadmap put out before you.
No.
They changed everything about every character. Mm-hmm. It's like, this is stupid.
What's your number 2?
And they gave lips to Snake Eyes' mask.
I saw that. I said that. Yes.
and they never moved.
What the hell was the point of that?
Were those dick sucking lips, Jeff?
They weren't even DSL.
Because it wouldn't open.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is hair metal.
Boo.
Well, it's the 80s.
That's true.
The 80s, yeah. It's the confluence. The 80s couldn't be the 80s without hair metal, and hair metal couldn't exist without the 80s.
Best hair metal band.
Best or the one that most represents hair metal?
Poison.
Poison most represents hair metal.
White Snake.
Nah.
Def Leppard.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your number 2? Jim?
My number 2, again, mine was toys and Saturday morning cartoons of G.I. Joe and the Transformers.
Okay.
The Transformers toys were the best toys in the 80s. Jason would know because he got knockoff GoBots.
I didn't even get GoBots.
Knockoff GoBots.
Yes. Look, it turned into a ball of metal.
Especially the first series of
Transformers.
Yeah.
They're all metal.
yeah, they were
die
die-cast.
Yeah.
Then they started turning them into plastic in the second and third series.
Look, honey, this turns into a giant metal ball. Good, I'm going to throw it at you, Grandma. Take it back to Walgreens.
Now that's something you can't make these days, an accurate Transformers movie, because no one would know what a tape deck and audio cassettes are.
Or a gun.
Oh, that's true. You couldn't have a gun.
Number 2, Blake?
Number 2, I was thinking John Hughes movies myself, but I do have a John Hughes movie in this number 2.
Shoot.
It's when John Cusack made good movies.
That was the 80s, huh?
Yeah. 16 Candles, Sure Thing, Better Off Dead. What's that? One Crazy Summer. Stand By Me. He was in Stand By Me.
He wasn't Stand By Me.
Hot Pursuit, Tapeheads, 8 Men Out, Say Anything, of course. And the, what was it? And he was in the Suicidal Tendencies video.
I thought you were going to put Diane Franklin movies.
No.
Doug, what's number 2?
Mine's kind of like your wrestling, but I had Hulkamania / WrestleMania. Each came out.
WrestleMania 3.
Founding of WrestleMania.
4.
to begin with.
4. I liked 4.
And then number 1 is going back. Tecmo Bowl was one of them, but then also prior to that, I'm assuming Commodore 64 game Bird versus Dr. J.
Oh, that was a good game on the Commodore 64.
It probably wasn't, but looking back, I thought it was.
I think it was. I think it moved a lot slower
at
than
the
we
time.
thought.
I thought it was great.
Like the original Atari football, they had three guys on each side that just go.
I had Bird versus Dr. J on the Atari 7800.
Really?
Yeah.
It was Magic. Wasn't it? It was
No, it wasn't it was Dr. J.
Magic came later. Magic versus Dr.
Magic versus Bird. I thought that was the 80s.
Yeah, you would, but that wasn't who was in the video game. They apparently couldn't get Magic to agree to be in the video game, so they got Dr. J.
For the
It
Nintendo,
was
they had Magic versus
old
Dr.
and
Mario. I think.
Decrepit almost by then.
And it was the late 80s when that
Yeah.
one came out, so yeah.
Blake, what's number one?
My number one is Ronald fucking Reagan.
Who's that?
That was an honorable mention on mine.
It was Ronald fucking Reagan.
I thought you were going to say
Not just Ronald Reagan.
I really thought you were going to say Ronald McDonald.
Ronald fucking Reagan.
Reaganomics.
Although the McDonaldland characters were pretty 80s.
That's right. Did Grimace have DSL?
No.
Oh.
He just had a big mouth. No real lips.
He had no lips at all.
Jim, what's your number one?
My number one is Soundwave himself, boomboxes.
Ah,
Big ass boomboxes.
Ghetto blasters?
Ghetto blasters.
Yep.
Especially playing Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA for Ronald Reagan.
Even though Bruce said, "Don't play my song."
It's not about this.
This is not a patriotic song.
It's a
Quit playing
protest
it.
song.
what's number one, Jeff?
My number one is "I Want My MTV."
Oh, when MTV played music.
Yeah,
Good. That's on my list of honorable mentions.
the 80s and MTV hand in hand. I mean, we wouldn't even know who Duran Duran was without MTV.
I'm impressed that we've gone through this and we really haven't hit duplicates. That's pretty good.
That's because I had 8 things on my list, and any duplicate I crossed off.
Well, cross them. Number one for me was video stores. Like we had a local
Network
one.
Video?
Network Video.
Oh, yeah. Video rental stores.
Yeah, I always remember going up.
VHS
Yeah,
tapes, yeah.
VHS tapes. I
Damn,
always
that's
remember
right.
going up there every time. So, and that was very 80s, and that's the first thing I always remember with that.
I remember at when our network video, we were account number 11.
Some honorable mentions. I had Nintendo, that Jim, Garbage Pail Kids,
Yeah.
and starter jackets. Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I had
Shut it,
starter
Doug.
jackets.
Shut it, Doug. Don't even bring up the
Oh.
starter jackets.
What starter
Man.
jacket? I was just going to say I still have an Orioles starter jacket.
Oh, okay.
What were you going to say?
No,
What kind of starter jacket did you have?
Reds.
No, I don't think you did.
Cowboys? Do you have
Jays.
Cowboys?
Cowboys?
I did actually have a Blue Jays one. Cowboys now.
Wyoming jackets. I would have thought members only jackets for the 80s.
Anyone else? Honorable mentions, real
I
quick.
have
Video arcades.
I didn't
Remember
even
how
think of that.
Big deal
Yeah.
it was to get quarters
Yeah.
and go hang out at the video
Put
arcade all day.
them up on the game because you got
Yep.
next.
That's right.
I remember plunking quarters into Dragon's Lair and dying in 3
In 3
boards.
seconds, yeah. Exactly. Like, oh, there's the balls.
Well, that was a waste of 50
All right.
cents.
Move right, move right.
Exactly.
I am moving right. It's not going.
Oh my god! Do you remember the track and field game where you take a pencil or a comb between the two buttons and just beat the shit out of it?
Oh, you cheated.
Of course.
I also had Live Aid or any of the musicians doing charity things like your Band-Aids and USA for Africa.
Live Aid really-
Hearing Aid and
Live Aid-
Farm Aid and that anti-apartheid one.
Apartheid.
Ain't gonna play Sun City.
That's the one with little Stevie Van Zandt.
Live Aid wiped out hunger.
It did. We haven't had hunger since
Nope.
Live Aid.
Nope. Jim, anything?
I had
wasn't done.
I had Clara Peller and Where's the Beef?
Oh my god, that Wendy's was so awesome. That was a great commercial.
Okay,
Also-
Jeff.
I also had jazzercise and VHS fitness videos,
Ooh.
like Jane Fonda and Sweatin' to the Oldies.
But it's Hanoi Jane. I couldn't put her on there.
No, she was Hanoi Jane in the late 60s, early 70s.
She still is.
Miracle
No,
on-
she changed her image.
The problem with those tapes, they
She
also,
went on 9 to 5 and hung out with Dolly Parton and looked good, and
Yeah.
then did fitness videos.
the problem with those tapes, they also went more into the 90s with Tybo, Billy Blank.
Oh,
Oh,
Billy
they did. But
Blank.
I was talking. I was talking specifically the ones where they just played terrible music and you
Tony
did-
Lodel. That guy is scary.
Miracle on Ice, even though it was like
Yeah,
1980,
that was on
that's
mine,
still
yeah.
like
That's part of the 80s.
It was, it was big, and then also had making mixtapes.
Start.
Recording off the radio.
Recording off the radio on your boombox.
Yeah.
Or
call the radio station to request a song and.
Or, when I had to have babysitters and all that kind of stuff, the Thursday, Friday, Saturday night TV shows. Thursday night, Magnum P.I., followed by Simon and Simon. And then Friday, you had Miami Vice. And Saturday, you had Love Boat, followed by Fantasy Island.
Don't watch Channel 5. It's murder. Ooh, let's turn on Channel 5.
Yeah.
No, it's just Miami Vice.
Yes, my grandmother was babysitting us once and yelled down the steps to the family room where we were watching probably a rated R movie on HBO saying, "Don't turn on Channel 5, that's murder." So we immediately turn on Channel 5 and we're like, "Oh, it's just Miami Vice.
Let's go watch this Skinamax."
Yeah. Let's watch this Emmanuel
Emmanuel. Or Tender's Cousins. What is this?
Is Airwolf on there for the TV shows? Doug, you were a big fan of Airwolf, weren't you?
Also,
we talked about Thursday night NBC's lineup with the Cosby Show, Family Ties, Cheers, Night Court, and L.A. Law.
That's right.
I don't think I've ever watched a full episode of Cosby. I was a Magnum guy.
Neither did any of his dates.
I didn't ever watch.
Wow.
Magnum P.I. Simon.
Riptide. When was Riptide on? Did you watch that one?
I didn't watch Riptide. No.
Oh, but they had the robot on Riptide.
No.
Oh, Perry King.
Hardcastle and McCormick.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Dallas.
Jake and the Fat Man.
Dallas.
Tales of the Gold Monkey.
Dynasty.
Oh, Tales of the Gold Monkey. I want to go back and watch some of those old series.
I don't even know what
because
that is.
that wasn't when they were trying to rip off from the old Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Like Indiana Jones for TV series.
Stephen Collins, is that his name?
And he was like a
The guy
1930s
from Seventh Heaven?
pilot in the Pacific.
I believe so, yes.
He didn't turn out well either.
No.
Well, he took the Bill Cosby route.
From Scott, Canadian of the Year. He had.
They love Scott up in Canada.
Oh wait, but the '80s didn't come to Canada until the '90s. So
Robin Sparkles.
yes.
Number 5 was Hulkamania. Number 4 was Summer Blockbuster Movies. Number 3, Wall Poster Masturbation. No VCR, you make do. If you had the Tree app.
the Farrah Fawcett poster.
Yeah.
Or your older brother's hand-me-down Farrah Fawcett poster.
Or the Paulina Porshkova bikini.
What's her name? Cheryl Teagues.
Cheryl Teagues. I know somebody who used to think the Europe song Cherokee
Was
he was singing Cheryl Teagues. And it's like, that's the title. You're missing the title.
Heavy metal, hair metal, and rock and roll to the mainstream.
Damn straight.
And number 1, Playing Outside.
That is an awesome one.
Doug, your wife had some things. The whole 1980s.
Yes.
So congratulations on that.
Math isn't her strong suit.
Oh, no.
Everything that was in the 80s is my top 5 list.
Bad idea of the week. Number 881.
Not having a bad idea.
We did that one already.
Like 4 times.
881, change approved. Not having a bad idea.
Again.
Good job.
Again.
Not having a bad idea.
Doug, thanks for showing
No
up.
problem.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. It's not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Addendum. Titles for the show.
Oh, I've got a few.
Go ahead.
I've got Olin Jed.
Never speak his name.
I've got Your Mom's Gravy.
Hey, have you had your mom's gravy?
I've got My Mom's
Gravy, I mean.
Who's Ready for K-Pax 2?
I am.
They Found Rivets.
Yeah, I had that, yeah.
Mermaid Ages. She calls it the penalty box. Welcome to Mail Talk. Lance Koenig stole first base. And
You're an idiot, Blake.
and Canadian milk
I
prices.
had that too.
Jim?
Are you going through heat? What if they scissor? He was deaf.
I had You Cannibal. Have you had My Mom's Gravy? And have you seen Congo recently?
I did have. She calls it the penalty box.
I like the penalty box
I
one.
also had Accepting Altar Boys. And then I put my grandpa, and I can't remember what it went from there. Something about those blue balls. I can't remember what it was.
He died, and you can't close the can. Oh, the trousers.
Yeah, it's my grandpa's trousers.
That's right.
My grandpa's
What's up with my grandpa's trousers?
So we got my grandpa's trousers.
She called it the penalty box.
She calls it the penalty box.
Canadian milk prices.
Canadian milk prices. And My Mom's Gravy. Which ones, guys?
What about Accepting Altar Boys?
No.
Come on.
What if it's accepting all
No.
boys, not accepting?
No.
No.
What about dick sucking lips?
She calls it the penalty box. Change approved. Goodbye.
You've been listening to Hobie.